Oh, you son of a gun, you.
Well, it's running. We're running late. There it is.
Oh, man. Hold on. Let me...
Wow. That was something.
Great. It was great.
It was certainly something.
It's fucking great, man.
Okay.
I needed that. I need to wake up a little bit.
Okay.
I'm ready. Shake it loose.
Shake it loose, buddy.
Shake me loose.
Shake it loose.
Me loose. Turn me loose.
Welcome to We Need Wrestling, everybody. What the hell? What movie is that? Turn Me Loose in.
I don't know.
It's like right on the
tip. A song?
Yeah, but like it's featured in a movie, and I can't remember.
Oh no, live DVD of Family Values Tour 1999.
No,
fuck! I thought I had it. Featuring Stained.
Turn Me Loose by Loverboy.
Spine Shank.
Turn Me Loose is in
Flyleaf. No, Flyleaf wasn't on that.
Apparently, it was in Crank.
Was it?
Apparently.
Flyleaf.
It's definitely not Flyleaf.
What a band. Crossfade.
You know,
remember that song Cold by Crossfade?
No.
Oh, brother. I got to get you on. Turn you on to some shit.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it right now, but.
Yeah, not right now. This is a wrestling podcast.
Well, I'm sure their song Cold was probably a theme song in 2005 for some one-off pay-per-view.
Probably.
I don't know. I'm sure it was. 18 Visions had a song for a WWE pay-per-view once. So weird. All
right, I don't know. The Loverboy train is head
Give me back my Loverboy tape anyway.
Well, that's a good tie-in. Drink my juice. Welcome to We Need Wrestling. Is
gin and juice?
I said let me drink my juice.
Oh.
It's not. There's no gin in here.
When you just said that, it sounded like you were going to be James Brown. Let me drink my juice.
On the good foot. Gonna make my sweat tie. Gonna get me wet tie. Put my toe in the hot tub. Oh, too hot. Gonna make me sweat tie.
Fuck yeah.
Gonna make me wet tie.
Moving. Yeah. Grooving. Yeah.
Change our fucking rule. We should do an episode.
Living in America.
We should do an episode in honor of James Brown, where we just do a shit ton of cocaine before we record.
You remember when he showed up at WCW for Ernest the Cat Miller?
Yeah, of course.
So there you go.
Right.
All right,
there you go.
This is wrestling talk.
The best of Ernest the Cat Miller episode.
Oh boy.
I was gonna say that
Ernest had some good shit.
Yeah, I liked Ernest. I was gonna say my voice is like all the way back, but it's starting to crack a little bit because of my James Brown impression.
Well, your voice is back.
But I'm good.
You're not a stuffy.
I might have a little cough here and there, but I'm good. We're back. We're healthy. We're living the good life.
We're healthy.
You're okay. You're doing all right.
Yeah.
Getting good grades. Your future's so bright.
So, gotta wear shades. Yeah, my card was totaled.
Yes.
That's official.
Yes. Did they tell you why? If you want to get into details, or did they just say it is?
No. The guy for my insurance was like, it was borderline.
Yeah, right. It looked borderline.
He said like,
it looked bad, but it looked.
He said truthfully,
go off windshield wasn't cracked.
He said truthfully, it was borderline.
Yeah,
but
right,
we're just gonna total.
Okay,
I said that makes sense.
Good,
you know.
Yeah.
I cleaned it out the other day.
Yeah.
And I was like...
Find anything cool?
Yeah, actually. Forgot I had 2 baseball bats in my truck.
Of course. Right.
Whoops.
In case you never know you're going to walk up on a pickup game of baseball.
Yeah, that's the reason. Sure. They've never been used.
Yeah.
I also forgot that's where I had my La Parka mask. My Michael Myers mask.
Okay.
Remember that one cover show a couple years ago?
So wait, hold on.
Where I had my big wig and I looked like Chuck Billy from Testament.
Yeah.
I forgot that was in my car.
So you're telling me in your car,
dude,
it was full of baseball bats and disguises.
Yeah, essentially. Okay. Lots of different clothing.
All right.
Was in there that I forgot about.
Where were you on January 6th?
Oh, Jesus Christ. My Roy Halladay Phillies jersey was in there. a Deftones vinyl record that I forgot I bought. It just melted to shit.
Yeah, that's probably not very good.
A New Noise magazine you gave me years ago.
Okay, with
a Trapped Under Ice Flexi 7-inch. So I took that out.
Okay.
Sorry for baseball talk, but Kyle Schwarber just hit a home run.
Schwarber! Okay.
That's for Adam.
All right.
Yeah, what else was in there? Just like clean
other
out
than weapons and disguises.
Clean out I'm an old and I had some CDs still in my car.
I sometimes wish I put CDs back in my car. I'm gonna do that.
So all my AFI CDs, my Slipknot CDs.
I definitely have a visor.
Yeah.
For my CDs. I'm gonna put back in my car.
What else?
People don't listen to whole CDs anymore. People skip around too much.
Dude, you know what?
I do it too.
I find as I get older, though, yeah, my attention span to sit down and listen to a record front to back. It just ain't there. Like, especially growing up with like a hardcore scene.
Yeah.
Like, man, that 4 or 5 song, like 7-inch EP, that's the sweet spot, dude.
Like,
yeah, though.
I always mean to do more drugs than listen to records.
Well, you could do that. Yeah. I'm not going to do that. But, yeah. What I think that was really it.
Is it?
Some old shirts that I forgot I owned, like an old Turnstile shirt.
For those of you that haven't been paying attention, Brett drove a school bus. That's how he's able to fit this much shit.
Essentially,
in his car.
Yeah. Some stuff from my current shoot job.
Yeah.
My old shoot job that I just forgot. Listen, I kind of let that car go. I let it go a long time ago.
Listen, Michelle used to yell at me all the time because, listen, we're just dudes driving in cars. It's just you throw shit and you're done. It's just what it is, right?
In my glove box, I had I forgot. My nephews gave me a CM Punk and a Luke Harper action figure. They're basics.
Oh, okay.
I forgot I had them.
That's cool.
Thankfully, I was real distraught. I actually had to drive back to the car because I forgot something.
Oh.
And it was, and then I realized, I just have more at my house, but still, I was my pin of ruby on my visor.
Well, you made 900 of
I know, but for some reason, it just didn't click.
I get it.
And I got home and I was
nice.
fuck! I was like, I gotta go back right now.
I get it.
I was like, yep, all right. And then I got home and I'm sitting there and I'm like, dude, I have a bunch of these. What am I doing?
Yeah, well.
But I fucking.
The one's important.
I panicked.
I get it.
I panicked.
I get it.
So, but yeah, it's gone.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
Okay.
I'm in the shopping for cars now.
Yep.
So, yeah.
If anybody wants to sell us a cheap car, we need on the arm. We need wrestling mobile.
Brother. Well, this rental, you want to go on a road trip. I'd say you're the world's worst passenger.
Yeah, if I fall asleep.
I'll hit the street out of your driveway and you'll be zonked.
That's it.
But other than that, I'm good, man. I had a good fucking week. How are you? How are you, man?
I'm good. My car's clean. We're good, man. I haven't done much. Worked. Watched a lot of wrestling.
Yeah, lots, dude. Lots that I'm excited to talk about.
I was trying to think, did we do
some
anything?
Shit that I don't care about?
Oh, well, we went to see Fast X, of course. I was didn't we do something on Sunday? And I was like, oh yeah, we saw the greatest movie ever made.
For the 10th time.
For the 10th time.
Yeah, we did. Fuck, what a movie.
What a masterful
No spoilers. I ain't going to tell you spoilers. You need to go see it, though.
I will tell you that there was a point where the three of us, Michelle, myself, and Brett, were holding hands. Well, hands and arms and whatever. Screaming.
Just screaming.
So, yeah.
I want.
It was at a drive-in. We're not maniacs that are doing this. Can you imagine us in a movie theater?
I would have been in a movie. Are you kidding me? I would have been fucking doing cartwheels in that goddamn movie theater when that scene happened. I wonder what the other people in the garden thought when that happened. Because we were just screaming.
Listen, the end of a Fast and the Furious movie is not something meant to be contained inside a closed room. You need to be outside in nature because the pure energy would blow the roof off the joint.
Why does the next one have to be 2 years?
I know. Kills me.
How could it be in 2 weeks?
Right? It should be 2 weeks.
Fuck.
2 weeks. 2 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Other than that, dude, I'm good.
All right.
Just hanging out, man.
Good. Glad to hear it.
Enjoying my life.
Okay. Good.
I'm back to being obsessed with the Speed Hibachi place.
Okay.
So good, dude. I had it for dinner last night.
All right.
Wonderful spot.
Yeah. Who runs that gimmick? Is it?
Don't know. It's just called. It's called. No, it's Blue Sky Hibachi Express over in Plymouth.
Yeah. They're in Plymouth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought there was one in Edwardsville. Isn't there one in Edwardsville?
Might be. I don't know. But I just shoot over the bridge to one of Plymouth. So.
Oh, yeah. You just right over here. Yeah.
It's perfect.
Okay.
It's so fucking good,
I always forget you're that close to Plymouth.
Oh, yeah.
That means nothing to nobody listening to this show.
Hop, skip, and a jump.
It's true.
That's it, though. Other than that, man.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm just ready for the long weekend.
It is a long weekend.
Yeah, thankfully.
We got a PAPE coming up.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do.
We got, that's it. PAPE coming up.
And on Ad Odds, Joe will know the card. I bet.
Yeah, should we start gambling on this show whether or not Joe knows the card? Has Joe missed a card ever? I'm sure he has.
I don't know. Maybe
listen to a different podcast to find out if Joe knows the card.
That's true.
Also, this week, Joe, I was listening to Joe's podcast, and he didn't plug all the plugs. He said, "You know the other shows by now. I don't need to plug them." And he just set a standard. He set a precedent.
All right,
Not for Michelle and Wings on Wings.
No, she needs to get every time.
One. All right. Well, let's get into the week of wrestling. We got lots to talk about. It was big news. Not big news, but
what about the news? Go ahead. Hit me with the news.
I have no news, so I preemptively Googled.
DJ Google's pro wrestling news.
Thank you. Pro wrestling news.
La. This monster's in my fucking veins.
It sure is.
I was yawning
into the Google machine. If you've been listening for the last however many weeks, this is what we do now. Because we're lazy and we don't want to keep track of the news ourselves. And also, by this point in the week, a lot of the news has already been talked about.
I was going to say, did somebody die? But that was Tina Turner.
Yeah. Did she ever do anything in wrestling? Was she ever on a WrestleMania? I don't remember.
No, you're thinking of Miss Aretha Franklin.
I'm not.
Maybe. I don't know. If she did, cool.
Okay. Pro wrestling news. I hit the Google machine on that. Tony Khan talks Sting's AEW absence, wants him to compete as long as ... I'm not clicking it, so I don't know what the rest of the sentence is.
I saw it's as long as Sting wants to.
Sean Waltman reacts to Sabu's AEW debut.
Yep.
New Japan issues statement on Mercedes Moné's injury. More on that later. Here's an interesting one. I'm going to click this one from Wrestling Inc. No, I'm not going to allow ads. Just Incredible believes Bryan Danielson has been booked terribly in AEW.
Yeah. Hey, Just Incredible, respond back to people who inquired about your autographed books, you fucking scumbag.
Credible, during his recent interaction with the Hitting the Turnbuckle podcast, stated that Danielson was a huge star in pro wrestling just a few years ago, but has been booked badly by AEW. I know Bryan Danielson very well. I mean, he's one of the biggest stars on the planet just a couple of years ago, and they've done a terrible job with him, said Credible. Not to have him, Danielson, in some way pick these guys' brains, I would just imagine that everybody would have to come together a lot easier. I think there's so much ego involved that blows my mind, because ECW, the way it worked, there was no ego. Really?
Yeah, okay.
So, you know what? I think you took one too many Singapore canes to the head there, Credible.
God.
Credible has heard through the grapevine that a few of the younger stars in AEW are selfish and don't want to work with veteran stars. He said stars don't want to take advice from Dean Malenko or Jerry Lynn. He reasoned why these veteran stars are still part of AEW despite having their hands tied behind the scenes. I just feel like people are being paid good, maybe too good, and they're like, fuck this, let me just do the bare minimum when I'm asked, let's ride this train till the wheels fall off and make our money and go home, said Credible. Funny for him to say something about wheels falling off. Anyway, update on Ace Steel's AEW status, I don't know what that is. Tony Khan confirms Aussie Open signed with AEW, I guess that'd be more on that later. Here's the article I wanted to get to, it's from 1 month ago.
The fuck?
But it's popping up on the news right now. Celebrities who should be in the WWE Hall of Fame.
Dennis Rodman.
All right.
Just because I was watching The Last Dance last night.
Lawrence Taylor. Kevin Green. Stephen Amell.
Hey, yeah.
Rodzilla.
Fuck yeah.
Art Donovan.
How much does this guy weigh?
RoboCop.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Oh, it said celebrities. Okay.
RoboCop's a celebrity.
RoboCop's a celebrity. That is true. Muhammad Ali.
Sure.
Too late on that one. Floyd Mayweather Jr. Shaq.
Yes.
Maybe I can serve him his papers there. David Arquette. Absolutely.
Yep.
Cyndi Lauper. That's weird that she hasn't yet.
Shocked.
She probably doesn't want to be involved. If there's one person on this list, if it's not on this list, I'm going to freak out. It's my number one celebrity that should be in the Hall of Fame. That's the end of the list. Unbelievable that Bob Uecker is not on that list.
Oh, okay.
Bob Uecker is my number one celebrity pick to go in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah?
Yeah. Number one celebrity guy to go in the Hall of Fame. Euchre's awesome. He's still alive. He's a fucking pisser.
I was thinking about an old Stern Show skit. Not a skit, but
with Bob Uecker?
They're telling Bob Uecker stories.
Right.
They're telling Uecker stories. It's Norm and Artie.
Right.
And just how foul-mouthed he is.
Yeah.
Like they were at a spring training game, and he goes, ball hit down the third baseline, and then he hits the cough button, and he just goes, would you look at the fucking set of tits on her? And it's a single.
There you go.
And Artie kind of tells a story about it on Letterman, like, toned down, and then next time Norm sees Bob Uecker, Uecker goes, what the fuck's with this Artie Klein guy? That's so good, man. It's one of my, it's so good.
Bob Uecker rules. All right, well, I guess that's the segment.
Yeah,
right?
dude.
That's about it. I can hit the news tab. Peyton Royce returning to pro wrestling for World Series Wrestling.
Somewhere Adam just stood at attention.
Tony Khan believes some moves in pro wrestling industry in the name of competition were unethical.
Yeah, because NXT's running a show Sunday night as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Battleground, I think it's called. And I think there was a call with Shawn Michaels, because he's the head of it now. Mm-hmm. And they asked about, like, hey, what's up with you running against AEW, whatever. Mm-hmm. And he said, that's not planned.
Sure it isn't.
He was like, I kind of wish we weren't. He goes, because why would I want, like, competition? Right. I would want, all eyes on our show. So
all eyes?
Yeah.
Well, it says he does, one
eye.
Mm-hmm.
And then, they asked Tony about it, and he said, like, I have no problem with it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Like, as long as it's being done, like, in the spirit of competition and not unethically. Mm. So.
Jack Perry says wrestling storyline referencing late father Luke Perry gave him closure. Good for him. That's in People. That's people.com.
Good for him, but more on him later.
And Joey Janela threatens physical violence on pro wrestling media personality.
All right. Well, let's move
Do we know
on.
who this
let's
is?
Let's move on from the news.
Who is it?
Because we're getting into...
Wait, who is it?
I don't know. Who knows? Is it Wade Keller? I don't know.
JD from New York?
Oh.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
I have no idea. What does he do?
I think he's a podcast guy. I think he does commentary for that House of Glory as well, where, they steal all my fucking money.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I honestly don't know who he is.
Yeah.
Weird.
Less said the better.
Talking this much is making me cough. I apologize, everybody.
So, do you want to talk about wrestling we watched?
Yeah, let's talk wrestling we watched.
So, I'll hit you with some quick shit.
Okay, quick shit.
Rapid
fire. Let's go. Stackdown. Did you say Stackdown?
No, I did not.
Okay.
Smackdown.
I don't know if you could tell this at home, but I too drank a bunch of energy drinks today, and I'm starting to feel it.
Good.
I think there's one in here right now, but I don't remember.
There is, because Michelle took a sip of it before.
No. There's definitely Kool-Aid in here. But I might have mixed the grape Kool-Aid with my energy drink to get it more grape flavored, because I don't love the flavor of energy drink I have right now.
That sounds.
And I just ordered more, but it's not going to be here, so I got to drink this one I don't really like. So I put grape Kool-Aid in it.
Nothing wrong with that, pal.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what's happening.
So SmackDown
tastes kind of like a grape butt.
SmackDown. I'll let At Odds with Wrestling talk about the rise and fall of the Boogsy Knights.
Oh, what a travesty!
They'll be able to touch on that more, I'm sure.
I did see that they're thinking about adding LA Knight to Blood Money Night of Champions.
That's Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
They're thinking about Hotshot and LA Knight on the card.
Fucking should.
Right. Take over that country.
So
be the Ayatollah before they realize. Does they have Ayatollah? I don't know.
Rock and roll.
Is that insensitive?
I mean, oops. I'm not going to say no, because I don't fucking know. You might have just offended a lot of people, though.
Oops.
So, SmackDown.
Sorry.
SmackDown main event. Yeah. The only thing I watched. Jesus Christ. The LWO.
Yeah, right.
Rey Mysterio and Santos Escobar.
Okay, what a great team, yes.
Against the Usos.
Okay.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah?
Yeah. Real good, real good shit. I don't know where, I know the Usos are having their little falling out with Roman right now.
Yeah.
That storyline to me was cooked a while ago at this point.
Yeah.
They were telling one of the best.
That was the hottest moment.
One of the best stories ever, and it just, I don't.
Right. They even extended that past Mania to Mania Backlash, and now it's just a little.
Yeah, I just. I'm good.
Yeah.
And then on Raw, I watched Finn Balor versus Shinsuke Nakamura.
I remember you talking about that. How was that?
It was okay. Yeah, not great.
Like, do you think those guys were handcuffed, or do you think it's just they're both in their 40s and the magic is gone?
That's part of it. It is part of it. Sometimes you're in front of a crowd and they just don't react the way you want them to.
That match in front of a smarter crowd would probably get way over. Yeah,
you would think, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe not, though.
Yeah.
I don't know. I still love Shin. I love Finn.
Right.
And that's all the E gave me this week.
Shin Finn. I assume they wrestled in Japan, right? New Japan, they're around there at the same time.
I don't know, because Finn, towards the end of because Finn was really junior most of the time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense.
I mean, I'm sure maybe they mix it up with some tags. I'd imagine, right?
Well, hold on. Let me hit the Google machine. Prince Devitt.
Yeah, Ferg. Baby
versus Nakamura. Prince Devitt, Shinsuke Nakamura matches. Cage Match brings up one time in 2014, a singles match.
That was it.
The 2014 New Japan Cup.
Wow. So they really... it makes sense, like I said, just Balor was a junior most of his time over in Japan.
Right, it doesn't... Not the best rated thing, but it says, a very good match between the King of Strong Style and the leader of the Bullet Club.
I'll seek that out eventually, even though that was like 9 years ago. All right, that's all I had from the E.
Yes.
You want to go to AEW?
Yeah, I guess so. Let's go to AEW. All right, we're talking Rampage, like we do every week.
We're talking Rampage, and I don't know why.
We're talking Rampage. Ozzy and the Straw.
Not very good.
I got really mad. Not really mad. Really upset the other day because Eddie Kingston put up a picture on his Instagram, and rightfully so. He doesn't allow comments on a lot of stuff, but he put up a picture of Steve
Harvey.
No, it was the baseball player that's in the Simpsons softball song.
I don't remember.
Hold on, no, Joe Spost was yelling at his fucking thing, but anyway. I was upset because I couldn't type the lyrics in to know that I know he was talking about. It's his Running with the Law. It's Steve something and his Running with the Law, but I don't remember.
Should have sent the DM, brother.
Yeah,
slid in.
I don't know. Can you DM Eddie on Instagram?
I don't know.
That feels dangerous. I feel like I'd feel like me and Eddie should be friends, and I would like to talk to him too much, and then he'd get mad at me.
You talk too much, homeboy. You never shut up.
Well, that's weird. Jay Cargill's did a little backstage video here where she's beating somebody up.
Oh, I was going to say, what type of video did Jay Cargill do? Did you say
Sonrisa Italiana? I don't know what that is. Dr. Dan.
Backshot video.
Oh, it's like a chiropractor promotion or something.
Oh God.
Hold on, can I?
Are you all right over there? What's going on?
Look at that. I could DM Eddie Kingston if I wanted to.
Let's send him a DM right now.
No.
A live DM.
No, I'm good. I don't need to do that.
Come on.
No, listen, Eddie's friends with people we're friends with. I don't want to...
Come on, bother him. He totally will love that.
I know. I don't want to send Eddie down. Steve Sachs. Haha, there it is.
All right, Steve Sachs.
But anyway.
Former New York Yankees Steve Sachs.
Yeah, Rampage. Let's talk Rampage.
Sure, let's do that at this point.
Yeah.
Blackpool Combat Club versus the Best Amigos.
Yes.
It was cool.
Yeah, I think it's a perfectly fine TV match. Kind of just what it was.
Yeah.
People did their stuff, but like not too much.
Everybody got their shit in, kid.
Yeah. You know what it felt like to me? It felt like when you go to a live show and like they don't give you like the main event is like a talking segment, so they do a dark match afterwards. Like Cody will come out from WWE and be like, "It's Cody and whoever versus the Usos or whatever."
It's like a house show.
Yeah, like a house show dark. Yeah, house show match. But like more so like that sort of dark match after a show to send you home a little bit happy because you didn't get to see your favorites wrestle. Yeah. Like a Wilkes-Barre Raw, if you will.
Yeah, or a Wilkes-Barre SmackDown that's going to be happening next Friday.
Yeah, it is. I thought it's next Friday. I thought it was tomorrow.
No, next Friday.
Oh.
June 2nd.
June 2nd, opening day of Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse.
That's true.
Or whatever side.
Across the Spider-Verse.
Across the Spider-Verse.
How dare you?
Sorry.
Listen, as a guy who only owns 3 fucking comic books and they're all Kevin Nash comic books.
Yeah.
You should be the one getting the name right.
That's
not
true.
Me.
That's true. You do only own Kevin Nash comic books.
That might
make your collection per capita better than mine.
I would say so.
Yeah.
I'd put it up against anybody's collection. Right, cool. You have first appearance of Spider-Man? Guess what I have? Kevin Nash comics.
First appearance Kevin Nash, autographed.
Yeah. What up, boy?
But yeah, that was okay.
Yeah.
Then we get the Kyle Fletcher vignette where he's challenging OC now. Before the I got 21, you got 22. Battle Royal.
I don't understand.
Then in a very weird, interesting choice of television booking here.
Yeah.
We get 2 back-to-back 30-second Jade Cargill
Jade
squashes.
just squashes people, and then
the pump kicks looked good.
Sure.
But I swear the second one put her at 59-0. But on Dynamite, they announced her as 60-0.
Did
she have a dark match before? Who knows?
Maybe. Who fucking knows? But hey, Ty Valkyrie's back, and we're all happy.
Yeah, so she squashes Danny B, and then she squashes Genesis.
And then she squashes Ernie C.
The one thing that happened on here, Jericho says that the Genesis had a stroke and learned how to walk again.
Yeah.
And wanted to become a professional wrestler. That's an interesting choice. But, that's great. So good for...
Glad you're okay.
Good for them. But it was, in fact, a 30-second squash.
Uh-huh.
And Taya, like you said, comes out. And you know what? The singles match they had 3 weeks ago was terrible.
Yeah.
So why not run it back on pay-per-view?
Run it back, homeboy.
Why not make people
more
pay for it? We got a response on Twitter this week with some dude handing me an L.
Oh, he gave you an L?
He gave me an L.
What? Literally?
It was like a gif of somebody handing someone the letter L.
Okay.
Because I said that Taya is an actually really bad wrestler.
Oh.
And he was like, here's your L. And I'm like...
Did you respond back?
No.
Oh, why not?
Because I didn't want to be enraged the rest of the night and be like, show me a fucking match. One.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Put your money where your mouth is. She's terrible. She's awful. She stinks. But she's a body that you can put in there against Jade that people, I guess, recognize.
Sure.
I don't know if we're going to run down the pay-per-view at the end of this show, but I would say there's a 95% chance that Jade Cargill wins.
They're even giving 5% that she doesn't?
I'm just to cover my ass.
All right.
Because who knows what fucking wonky booking they could be doing here.
That's true.
But this is nothing. Taya Valkyrie stinks. And
she's not good.
I don't know how much longer they can hold out for Statlander, which is still seemingly their plan, or what's going on. But they got to figure it out because Jade's not developing.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, man.
So, Jesus Christ.
I have no fucking idea.
What's next?
Oh
my God, yeah, Billy Gunn versus the Varsity Blondes or whatever.
Varsity Athletes, it's just... can I propose something?
Yeah.
Can I,
you're going to say don't cover Rampage anymore? Because I'm going to veto that. But I'm going to say that at any point, we could stop running down anything and just talk about what's good and what's not.
I mean, because, it just sucks.
Buddy.
It's not good.
Buddy, it is our show. If you want to implement a change, we can implement a change.
Let's parking lot it for now, but let's think about it. Because it's just, I feel like now, every week for the past...
It's a bad wrestling show.
We've just been yeah... This is good.
It's a bad wrestling show.
This sucks.
And it's only going to get worse because when Collision starts.
Yeah. But yeah, that match happened, whatever. What was on QTV after this?
Oh, God. Good news. QT got them all in the 21-man battle royal.
Oh, that's it. What's the girl's name? Harley Cameron? Is that her name?
Yeah, something like that.
Did you see her little online thing this week? It's the Ad-Odd show preview image.
Yeah, I saw the preview image.
That was funny when she was singing Buffalo Soldier.
Oh, was she?
Yeah, maybe.
I didn't see that. I follow her on Instagram and I didn't see it. I mean, I know somebody who follows her on Instagram. It's like Maurice Light. I like her.
The Hardys got jumped.
Yeah, they did.
And I just don't care.
They Pillmanized Zay's
neck. I have Jericho Cole written down here. Did Jericho call out? No, they did a little split screen.
Excalibur at that Hardys bit says, oh my God, who knows what shape the Hardys will be in at the pay-per-view? And I say to that, why worry about that now?
Yeah, it's just...
Jericho's let Cole back in the building because it's going to be an unsanctioned match at the
pay-per-view. And they have a big pull apart.
Yeah. Was that here? Yeah, I guess
that was here.
And then we get the main event.
Dude.
Dustin Rhodes versus the third member of the embassy.
This is why I was all right, man.
The match wasn't bad. Not good, but it's not bad.
I just don't care.
It's not a main event. That's for damn sure.
Like, what is this doing?
Yeah. Dustin hits a gusher.
He does, which is kind of hilarious.
Yeah.
But, man, if I was at this taping, this was the last match I saw.
Oh, yeah, I'd be real pissed.
I'd be fucking angry.
Yeah. So, like, but this is the thing for me in this one, which is really interesting, is that Keith Lee comes out, because that's what you do. And Brian Cage is in the ring, right? And Brian Cage puts Lee up on his shoulders and, like, almost falls and stumbles. And I'm like, those are fucking show muscles. You fucking piece of shit.
I mean, you lift up Keith Lee and see what the fuck happens, man.
Goldberg lift fucking the Giant.
Come on now. The Giant's was a little more athletic than Keith Lee is right now.
No.
Dude, Keith Lee right now, like, homeboy ain't been looking too great.
No, you don't think so?
I don't think so.
Oh, I think Duke can still move and help out better than Giant could.
Oh, dude, Giant back there was great.
He don't weigh 500 pounds like the Giant did to hold him vertically. All you did was put him up on your shoulders. And Brian Cage is like twice as jacked as Goldberg ever was.
Yeah.
Show muscles.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
But
I bet you Claudio can lift Keith Lee.
Well, yeah, Claudio can lift a goddamn Godzilla if he wanted
right,
to.
Right, exactly. My point exactly. Brian Cage, stinky doo-doo.
That's Rampage.
All right.
Cool.
Yeah.
Not a great watch anymore.
No.
That's for sure.
I don't watch it till the day before Dynamite now, and then I regret it.
When did I maybe Saturday morning. Yeah. I just kind of skimmed through while I'm eating my breakfast.
Right. You know what? No, I'm going to say it. We're gonna take this out of the parking lot. Rampage struck from the list unless something cool happens.
Okay, I'm still going to watch it.
Okay.
I'll probably still watch it.
All right, well then, not struck from the list. Whatever you want to do.
It'll happen eventually.
Let's talk about Dynamite. Are we talking about Dynamite?
We sure are.
Okay. This is the go-home show to a pay-per-view, which I'm going to tell you.
It sure is.
AEW still does not have a handle on go-home shows. And you could say, well, there's still Dynamite, there's still Rampage. Maybe they'll do stuff on Rampage. They better.
Yeah. So this was at...
There's one giant gaping hole that they have not filled for that fucking pay-per-view.
So this was at the MGM Grand.
Yes.
I know it's Pacific time.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of chairs dressed as people, or a lot of people dressed as chairs.
Right.
And, it was pretty empty.
Yeah, I didn't notice. I don't pay attention.
Yeah, I noticed. Yeah,
that's a shame.
Orange Cassidy versus Kyle Fletcher.
Yep.
For the international title.
Well, so what the hell? I haven't coughed all week. I think I'm allergic to you.
Probably.
Maybe I'm allergic to podcasting. That could be it.
Cut it.
So wait, Pacific time.
So 5:00.
Okay, 5. So yeah, people are still working, right? California still works till 5:00, right? A bunch of fucking surfer hippies.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they were in Vegas, so I guess that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
People get gambling though. That could be the. No, I mean, that's early for I guess it's not. I guess in Vegas you gamble all the time.
No, yeah, around the clock, brother.
Well, lots of people dress as chairs. That's what it is, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was pretty noticeable.
Yeah,
but that's
it's
me.
I'm not. It's not. I'm not disagreeing with you because I just didn't pay attention. Like it very well could have been.
Yeah,
it's just I watch for the wrestling, pal. I don't watch for the fans.
I'm sure. Orange Cassidy,
unless fucking All Elite Scooby Doo's front row.
Ugh. Or that one real annoying Ricky David looking motherfucker from a couple weeks ago.
Or the people in the sequin jackets. I hope none of these people listen to this show.
I hope they do. You fucking suck. Okay. Orange Cassidy versus Kyle Fletcher.
Wham! Laying them out.
Hey, it is what it is.
We don't want you listening to us. We got enough listeners.
S my D from the back.
Right.
Orange Cassidy, Kyle Fletcher.
Okay.
I thought this was good.
Yeah. I liked it a lot.
I didn't think it was great.
Yeah.
But I thought it was good.
Yeah.
I thought it was fine.
Mm-hmm.
Orange Cassidy continues to be
invincible.
Man.
Invincible. You're going to need a gun.
Kyle Fletcher, I know, like Ed said, in the next 5 years, he's going to win the IWGP title.
Yeah.
And I said, like, the next 3 to 5 years is going to be very fun to watch him.
Mm-hmm.
He's only 24.
Right.
And so I thought the match was good.
Mm-hmm.
OC wins and retains, of course.
Yes, and he's going to win at that pay-per-view.
I still go on the theory if you're going to take the belt off, that's the time to do it.
In a battle royal?
Yeah. He doesn't have to eat a pin.
Hmm.
Doesn't have to eat a pin.
Yeah.
depending on what's going on with the world title, if MJF wins, you can maybe slide Orange Cassidy into a feud with MJF over the title, the world title. What else is there?
There's one other thing that they're 100% going to do. Well, it's going to start in Chicago in a month.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to be so much. Yeah, I don't fucking know.
There's literally nothing else to do.
Unless you want to give him and Smojo, but that's me talking. We'll talk more later.
Yep.
So yeah, match was okay. Match was good.
Yeah, that match was good.
Aussie Open. Then afterwards, on Twitter they get the our All Elite graphic.
Yes.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah, shocking.
So pumped for those guys. Yeah, very shocked that they weren't signed to New Japan.
Yeah, very weird that they didn't have an exclusive deal.
Considering, and I know
a long-term deal or whatever.
We were texting a bit last night, and I think you put it perfect when you said New Japan kind of handed those dudes the keys, it seems, over the past few months.
What else did it look like?
Those guys came up huge for them, especially during the New Japan Cup when Ospreay went down, winning the belts, putting on amazing matches, closing the U.S. shows.
Right.
I mean, that's that's
standouts.
Big fucking deal. Yep. Mark Davis is hurt.
Yeah.
We'll more on that a little bit later. But the report came out Tony Khan paid for the dude's surgery before it even, which is like super commendable. I think that's awesome.
I think it's also a good way to get him to sign with your company when the WWE's sniffing.
It sure is, but I mean, hey, just to do that, that's fucking cool. Right. I think that's
for
really
sure.
Cool.
It's just absolutely shocked that they were not signed with New Japan. And I think they'll still work New Japan, but you would think they don't want to lock these guys up. Both heavyweight tag champions for Strong and New Japan, and now they're doing New Japan's doing a tag match, Bishamon versus House of Torture. Like, I like Goto just fine, but put him back. Better put him back on Bishamon. But like, it's uninspired. Your division's tanked.
Their tag division,
right?
It's not great,
but like
it's been getting better,
right? Which is you would think would be they're getting better because of Aussie Open.
Absolutely,
you would think they want to lock these guys down, especially because United Empire's hot and they're with Ospreay, and people are now like, well, what are you going to do, Ospreay? Your contract's coming up, and New Japan didn't sign your boys. It's super weird.
Yeah, and I floated to you last night. I think it may have something to do with them easierly.
That's a word. No, it's a word now.
Getting U.S. work visas.
Yeah.
I think that might have like a bit of a factor to it, which I think, hey, that's smart. You can still travel all you want, but eventually,
right,
got to get them. So yeah, good for those dudes. Super pumped for them. But yeah, very weird that they weren't signed exclusively.
Right. It's like you're going to put all the belts on these guys, and I know he got hurt, so they had to relinquish, but like, which we'll talk about. But like, come on,
that's weird.
Super weird.
Ricky Starks.
Yes, he's officially an entrant in the. I got 21. You got 22.
And he officially gets that ass beat.
He does.
By Jay White and Juice.
Yes, by Bullet Club Gold.
And they just kind of hold him down, and they're like, you think we're done with you yet? Like,
right.
Not yet, Ricky.
Yeah.
So, wonder where that goes. I don't know.
I don't know, but I'm sure they'll tell us either Ricky's going to get the better of him in the Battle Royal, or they'll get the better of him. They'll keep that feud rolling. Rolling.
Speaking of
that's
rolling.
3 guys. Ricky, who they've done garbage with when they had an opportunity to make him a bigger star. But that's 3 guys that if you needed them in the main event picture at any point, they're ready and they're right there.
Yeah,
so
you could lift them up. FTR.
You lift me up. Was that Josh Groban?
I'm so happy you did it because I was going to.
Yeah.
It was Josh Groban.
Was it? Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't. Was it? No. It was Josh Groban. Yeah. He was the long-haired one, right?
He's got like long curly hair and like the deep voice. You lift me up.
I remember seeing that on infomercials.
Okay.
FTR.
Yes.
Is in the ring.
Yep.
And they're talking and walking and spitting and shitting.
Yeah. And listen, as a proponent, as a man who's been known to repeat Mike Graham's bullshit line from Beyond the Mat.
You not only repeat it, but believe it.
Well, you know what? Not anymore.
Up until this run,
you believed it. I believed it, absolutely. Okay. Frankly, I was appalled that bald FTR would throw that out on national TV like we didn't know what the fuck he was doing. Like, what's he going to do next week? Curl dumbbells on a trampoline?
You sticking up for Jeff Jarrett.
I'm sticking up for Jeff Jarrett, absolutely.
Makes me so happy.
Yeah, sticking up for Double J.
You hear that, Joe? We got him.
Yeah. Sticking up for Double J, as long as he Memphis fireballs somebody. Put the title belts on him. And I liked FTR just fine, but we know what you're talking about. We've all seen Beyond the Mat, pal.
Dropping Dixie Carter's name. Yeah. And a bunch of TNA rejects. Yep. And out comes Chicken.
Didn't they called Karen Jarrett like a bitch or something too?
I'm sure.
He said something. He brought her up.
I'm sure. Out comes Mark Briscoe.
Yep.
Just kind of was like, what the fuck was that pile driver about? And I'm getting real sick of all this arguing shit.
Yeah.
And Dax is like, let's let bygones be bygones, shake my hand.
Yeah.
And Mark slaps it away and he gets pissed and says, shake my hand like a man.
Right.
And then he gets fucking paintbrushed.
Mm-hmm. So, before we get to the back half of this thing, this program that they're doing, is it the most in-depth storyline they have going into this pay-per-view, or do you think the Blackpool Combat Club Elite thing is deeper?
I think they're both
deep.
Okay. They're both in depth.
So they're going to a pay-per-view with, I'll say conservatively, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Their number 2 storyline, not the number 2 match because they're going to move some stuff up in the card,
of course,
but a storyline that's been playing out for weeks and weeks, going into a pay-per-view. The number 2 storyline on this pay-per-view is the pin, the cornerstone of that storyline is Mark Briscoe.
Yeah.
Just like we all predicted.
I love it.
Mark Briscoe, a key piece to televised professional wrestling in the spring of 2023. I
absolutely love it.
Me too, because he's probably the best one in this whole thing. He's helped holding it together, particularly when he leaves the ring and hits Jeff Jarrett for real.
Dude, so when he fucking pie-faced Sanjay.
Yes.
He throws an elbow at Karen Jarrett or some shit. And I love that he did that and Jeff is still celebrating. Yeah. Dude, he just beat threw your wife. Fuck that. And then murders Jeff Jarrett. I love him though, not touching Jay Lethal.
Right.
Just being like, you're my boy.
We're friends.
You've always been my boy.
Right.
But I'm getting real sick of this bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And
right.
Unleash Mark Briscoe.
Yes. Let's go.
I'm actually very excited for that match.
Yeah, it's going to be really good.
It's going to be awesome.
Is there stips or anything to it? Just
special
match?
ref. That's it.
Okay, just a special ref deal.
Yeah.
All right. So they're definitely gonna. This is definitely gonna spin out into Mark and FTR versus them again in a bigger stipulation match of some kind, of Falls Count Anywhere match on the chicken farm. Something
you would think, right? Something where Jay gets frustrated with Mark and Jay hits him. And,
right. Yeah, something like that.
So House of Black.
No, we got a Sammy promo, but I had nothing to talk about.
Exactly. House of Black.
Okay.
Defending the trios titles against AR Fox, Blake Christian, and Grand Metalik.
Yes. A lot of confusion around this match that AEW created. I fielded a text from it. I put it out on Twitter. They were like, the house rules that the challenging team gets to pick. They're like, the rule is it's 1 in, 1 out, and they kept saying it doesn't necessarily have to be by a tag. And I'm like, lucha tag rules, everybody.
Yeah, I mean they broke it down when the bell rang.
Lucha tag poorly.
No, Excalibur broke it down. He said this is lucha tag rules.
Oh, did he say lucha tag? I didn't hear Excalibur say lucha tag rules.
Yeah, he said there's lucha tag rules. 1 in, 1 out, like a guy doesn't need to tag. It's one guy leaves the ring, another guy can enter.
Very confusing leading into that. But yes, lucha tag rules. I thought the match was meh, but the finish was awesome.
Same, dude. I agree. You don't know how happy you made me when I saw your tweet about Brody King.
Oh yeah,
I was a very happy boy.
Right. So for those who don't follow us on Twitter, shame on you, but Brody King is a monster, and visually is we talk about Jade all the time. Being, the old thing about Vince McMahon's favorite kind of wrestlers. They walk on an airport, you want you to look at somebody and go, who the fuck is that? What does that person do? Yeah. Brody King has that, albeit different than Jade has it. Maybe in the same way Jade has it for some people, I don't know. But I would put him, I would send him to Japan, and even though I love Sonata with all my heart, I would make him the IWGP champion tomorrow.
Made me very happy.
Because they do not have a killer American heel like him
No.
there. And they haven't in a long time. Like this, you can put him there and have him. Granted, he's not the caliber of star that some of these guys are, right? But he can have a Vader-esque run in Japan. Just murdering people and looking scary. The crowd will be afraid of him. He's a monster, and he just run through people. I don't want competitive matches. I'm not looking for 5 stars. We've got that for years. Congratulations. Okada's like the best wrestler to ever fucking live. Sonata fucking rules. I want that. I want 3-star bangers where Brody King just beats the fuck out of people and leaves through the crowd kicking innocents in the stomach.
Kicking innocents. That's the name of my next band.
Japan, somebody in the crowd handed Leo Rush their child. I want Brody King to punt someone's child.
Watching his Snitsky tapes.
Yeah.
So I know you said not the name recognition.
Yes.
During that match last night for House of Black, there wasn't Buddy chants.
Yeah.
There wasn't Malachi chants.
Right.
There were Brody chants.
Well, right. I'm not saying Brody's not over, but
I think that's
Vader, you know what I mean? Like,
sure.
Those guys, those are almost household names.
That was very telling last night.
Right. Yeah.
And I agree. The finish was fucking.
The finish was great.
Awesome.
Match was in. Finish was great.
The finish, dude, Brody doing that hangman choke.
Right.
Insane.
Well, and I think that's why, even though that wasn't what got them the win, I think that's why they made these House of Black house rules, because there's no rope break, so you can just choke motherfuckers and nobody can do anything about it.
Love it.
But yeah, just seriously, I would love for Japan to have the dominant Gaijin champion who just I'm not, I'm not looking at 5-star matches. They're great. I love them. Omega, Okada, some of the best wrestling you'll ever see in your life.
As a wise man once said, you can keep your 5-star classics.
Right. Big meaty men's not me.
You keep your 30 minutes.
Right.
I want big men with big chests.
There's merit to that.
And big muscles.
And I think a lot of times in wrestling...
Bumping meat.
Right. I think a lot of times in wrestling, particularly now, and, we use cage match and we talk about ratings and all that sort of stuff, but I think people lean too far into that. I think there's, from a standpoint of a match, 5-star doesn't have to actually mean the amount of moves you do and reversals and all that sort of stuff. You can make a 5-star match where a dominant guy just beats the shit out of their guy. It's storytelling.
Sure.
But I think Japan would be helped by getting a guy who's booked, an American guy looking like Brody King being booked like Bruiser Brody or Stan Hansen or Vader, where they're just bullies and they beat up the smaller guys.
I agree.
I think it works. And it gives them something to do that's not just best athlete against best athlete.
Sure.
Which is, again, I'm not shitting on that. But I can use a guy who's just stomping out people for a couple of months before he meets his doom at the hands of Tomohiro Ishii.
Oh, okay. Blackpool Combat Club promo backstage.
Yes.
This made me want to watch the Elite get their fucking noses bitten off their faces.
Yes.
And this is only the first time during the night when somebody in the Blackpool Combat Club cuts a promo that makes me feel this way. Danielson and Moxley are on such a different level.
Right.
Just talking.
Yeah, for sure.
Wrestling.
More on that about Mox later.
Yes, but when he did when Mox held his hand out and he goes, "You see this? I ain't shaking." It's like, oh, let's fucking fight everyone right now.
Yeah.
And then he followed up with an MJF promo.
Yeah, that wasn't good.
No, it's just...
The best thing he did was throw coffee at Shivani.
That's
great,
that was really
right? But then everything else, it's back on the contract stuff. And I saw a lot of people complaining, this is what we're doing again. Yeah. I'm leaving next year again. They gave you everything you wanted.
I saw somebody say, I've been a stout MJF defender, and even I'm enough of the contract shit.
Right.
Let's not do that.
I think we were talking about before, what's next? I think you got to get somebody in here who's going to have promos against MJF and say things like, listen, pal, how successful has your title run been? How are the ratings? How are your matches? How are your promos? Because I don't think it's been a great run.
It hasn't been. I mean, the thing that sucks, and I partly don't put this on MJF.
Yeah, he's not the only one to blame for sure.
That Danielson build-up wasn't the best.
Right.
The match was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
and then you followed it up with this whole 4-pillar program where 2 of the guys you can't even put out in front of a live crowd to cut a promo.
Correct.
Darby he's so hit and miss on promos.
Yeah. Didn't he cut a promo on the show?
Well, he comes out.
He comes out here, right? And he's not. Even Michelle's like, this guy's bad. I'm like, yeah, he's not very good at this.
Max ends up hitting the low blow, and then Sammy comes out for the save.
Yeah.
And then Jungle Boy lays out MJF on the ramp and holds the belt up, and I'm going, boy, this better not main event this show.
It's 100% is.
I would do Anarchy in the Arena to main event the show.
It's going to be hard to follow. True.
This whole program has been pretty fucking bad.
Part of it is because...
And that's not all on Max.
It's not.
You can't put it all on him.
Is because, like, Drew McIntyre's title run being during the pandemic and him doing the best he can, Max's title run is taking place where the company nearly blew up. A lot of drama, a lot of people leaving in and out, a lot of issues... So, like, this was sort of the best thing they had because my guess would be they had a lot more planned with other people that they then had to shift around. And the people who then got shifted into those positions, they then had to fill them on the undercard, and it's just a cascading mess.
Yeah.
But, you can also say the old school wrestling mentality of it's, when... If houses, and I'm not saying houses are down or ratings down. I don't give a shit. Nor people can complain about that all the time. It's the NBA playoffs and all this other stuff. But like the company lives or dies by its champion. And you can, when Kevin Nash was on top of the WWF.
Well, that's different. Easy, $100 million year.
$100 million year. Yeah. Best year company ever saw, and ever will see. But yeah, we'll see with Max. But this is. I hope these guys pull out all the stops at this pay-per-view, but I'm concerned about it.
Yeah, I think the crowd Sunday, they're going to love Max. Mm-hmm. They're going to love Darby.
Where is the pay-per-view?
Vegas.
Okay.
They're going to love Max and Darby.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be, I believe, indifferent on Sammy.
I think Sammy's going to almost immediately turn back to be with Max.
Because they've been kind of doing this, like, tweener thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're going to shit on Jungle Boy.
Yeah, you think so?
I do.
Okay.
I think...
Jungle Boy has, the most to prove in this match.
I think he has the most to prove and also the most to lose.
Yeah.
Because... this is why I don't think this main events.
Yeah.
I just don't. I think...
It's a world title, you kind of have to.
You know what? No, you don't. You don't have to. I think that Anarchy in the Arena is so hyped up.
Yeah.
And like you said, probably the most in-depth story they have going. Has been closing the weekly shows.
Yeah.
I just think you got to do it. You have to.
Yes, we'll see.
Have to do it.
Yeah.
I'm not excited about the 4-way at all. It's probably going to be really good.
I think it'll be good. Yeah.
Just the build-up has been fucking piss poor.
Yeah,
to me. Anyway.
I agree. I haven't liked it, but I think it main events.
I mean, the crowd still loves Max.
Yeah.
Like no doubt. Like the live crowds, they go crazy for him.
I think the problem is if you put this on not main event, then you as a company are admitting to the crowd and the audience at home that it hasn't been good.
I just think AEW is in a weird pattern right now because you know Collision's coming.
Yeah.
Forbidden Door's coming. The Wembley show's coming. And it almost feels like this is let's just get past it.
Put it on first. Get Max involved in something else later in the show.
I wouldn't hate that.
Start Max's.
I would not hate that.
Start Max's next program towards the end of the show. Put that match on first. Have Max come out and be like, you know what? These guys aren't worth my time. I wanna have this. I want to win my belt.
Let me get in and
go home.
Yeah,
and then have him get involved with somebody else. Because here's what it actually is if it's not the next person for Max is Adam Cole.
You would think, right?
Yeah. They'll beat Jericho.
Adam Cole it's what you do.
No,
but here's the thing.
Yeah.
I do agree with that. I think that'd be smart.
Yeah.
Jericho ain't just going to get one pay-per-view match.
Well, but
he sinks his fucking teeth in, brother.
But he can have Roddy and whoever else too. They can pull that off to Roddy, right? So because here's what you do. Here's the AEW formula, and I agree with you. Jericho typically doesn't allow just one pay-per-view match, but here's what happens: is you wrestle Jericho, you beat Jericho, but he fucks up the finish so they can never see it again, and then you move on to somebody else.
But that hasn't stopped them,
right? I think Adam Cole beats Jericho, and Adam Cole becomes the next challenger for MJF. He's your top babyface. That's not Orange Cassidy.
Yeah, I mean,
and he's a believable threat to win that title.
It would make sense to me.
I don't think he does, but I think that's
it makes sense.
And maybe he does. Maybe Adam Cole goes on MJF. He does beat Max, and then maybe Max has an issue with somebody at the first episode of Collision that doesn't necessarily need a belt to draw people.
Yeah, I mean, he'd have to beat him on weekly TV, and it would have to be quick. That's the thing, though. So
we'll see.
I don't think that'll happen, but we'll see.
We'll see what happens. Al.
Things that I don't give a fuck about: Taya Valkyrie versus Lady Frost.
So this wasn't good. I like Lady Frost. I've been a fan of Lady Frost for a little while because she's a gymnast. I don't think she's the best wrestler in the world. But her high spots are real good.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? She can do the flippy stuff. Her finisher looks cool.
Sure.
I appreciate that she has some semblance of a fucking gimmick. Like her name is Lady Frost and she dresses in blue and her finishing moves are all named after cold shit.
Sure.
I enjoy that in a wrestler. I know that her and her husband...
She should be Lady Glacier. That's what she should be.
I know her and her husband were married by Mick Foley. He was the officiant at their wedding.
Okay, that's a thing.
Yes, she's married to the Savage Gentleman. I don't know if you've ever seen that guy.
Nope.
He's a wrestler too.
Okay.
Also... the shits, but
the drizzling.
But I like Lady Frost. I think she'd be good in this division just to beef it out a little bit. But yeah, I mean this match isn't good. Yeah. But I like Lady Frost's high spots. So
the highlight of the match is when Jade came out.
Yeah, of course. Well, it's the highlight of most of my night, really. And we get Tony Khan's big announcement.
Yeah. So again, the second worst kept secret in all professional wrestling.
I was informed Wednesday that only me and my good buddy Dave Meltzer were the only two people thinking that this announcement was going to be for Daly's Place.
Oh, Jesus.
If given the opportunity, I would have put money down on this announcement being Daly's Place.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I just was like, how much of this is them working everyone, and how much is that temperamental little bitch from Chicago going to decide he doesn't want to do it after all?
Listen, Phil's got his reasons. But yes.
He does. It's called money.
I mean, hey. Yeah, Phil from Chicago is going to show up in Chicago.
We don't know that.
We do. It's going to be the first episode of Saturday Collision, June 16th, I believe.
Sure.
So, yeah, they announced United Center in
course.
Chicago.
That was where he debuted the last time, right? When he handed out ice cream?
Yeah, so this is
What does he hand out this time? Handwritten apologies?
Hopefully plushies of Larry.
Ooh, Larry plushies. I like it.
So Adam Cole and Chris Jericho have their contract signing.
Yes.
I thought this was good. Adam Cole, when he's focused like this, is a lot better.
Yeah, for sure.
I just called him a scumbag and shit. I think it was better. Jericho playing the video.
I was going to say, I like that. Where
what a scumbag touch.
He's like, your memory's a little bad. That's not how this went. Let's rewatch it.
Yeah. He's like, what kind of man are you to let her? Oh, man, what a line. And then Jericho, there's 5 of us, 2 of you.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Here's where I was like, oh, is this Kyle?
Right, that's what I thought too. I was like, cool Kyle's coming out. Cool Kyle's going to be at their pay-per-view though, right?
Brother,
we need the new United or what were they called? Undisputed Era with the 4 of them back.
Brother, if you would have given me 50 guesses.
Yeah, never.
Not an inkling.
Yeah. Yeah, so like I was cheesing when Sabu came out.
Well, when Cole's announced, he's like, "Oh, he lives here here in Vegas." And I'm
famously from Vegas.
Start racking my brain, and I'm like, "Who the fuck goes like in Vegas?"
Vinny Vegas. I thought it was me.
I mean,
yeah, right.
You want to fucking sell out every goddamn arena across the country? You bring Vinny Vegas.
Yeah.
Sabu,
homicidal,
suicidal.
That was the other one.
Genocidal. Maniac Sabu is here.
Right.
Oh boy.
Looking like $20.
Gets in the ring, tosses a chair into some faces.
Of course.
It's so fucking random.
So let me just get into my head here.
Homeboy, I ain't mad about it.
Yeah, me either. Listen, Sabu's a terrible person, but I don't care because it's ECW. So shout out Daniel Silverthorne. But so here's the thing that happened to me. It's been happening for about a week now. But Sabu cemented it in my brain, and I brought this up to Michelle. I brought this up to you. Dude, I'm completely serious.
I was laughing so hard.
I'm 100% serious in this. I don't know if I mentioned this on the show. I don't think I did last week. But the other day, I drove you home from the podcast. Yeah. I drove you home because your little car kerfuffle, your carfuffle, if you will.
God damn it!
And so I was coming home up the mountain. I live in the woods, and I stopped at the light. There's a light before my road, and it's a turn signal. And I'm in the left lane to make the left turn, waiting for the turn signal. And somebody comes roaring up the mountain. It's dark. It's like midnight-ish. There's maybe after.
That, dude.
There's no other cars on the road. Already. And this guy is roaring up this hill. And listen, right where I am is the altitude sign for the top of this fucking mountain.
Yeah.
And I swear to God, I go to turn, the light turns for the turning lane, and I start to turn. And I see this guy's headlights bigger than I've ever seen anything in my rearview mirror before. I swear to God, I didn't know how, I froze. So I'm like half in the turning lane, frozen. And he comes up and his headlights are the biggest I've ever seen anything in my rearview mirror. And he swerves around me and keeps going. And like, it was almost like Tron, like how they cut those corners in Tron, right? So like, I'm shook. I drive 10 miles per hour the rest of the way home. I was like, did I just die? Yeah. Like, how did he miss me? I don't know how he did.
Yeah.
And if there wasn't a turning lane, because there would have been no way to get around me on the right, he would have smeared me. So, like, I get home, and I sit on the couch in silence, and I'm like, I swear to God, I almost just died. And, like, I've had close calls before. I've crashed cars. I've never felt like this. So, I'm like, so it gets my brain thinking because I'm a weirdo, and I'm like, what if when you die, you don't, like, the afterlife isn't, like, a place you go, but whereas you get sort of shunted to, like, it's a continuation of your life, but some subtle things change, and you have to sort of continue on, but the landscape's a little different. It's like a try again. Maybe you get it right this time. Sure. Dummy kind of thing. And I'm like, maybe that happened. And I said to Michelle, I was like, I don't know if I'm disassociating. I said this the other day, but like, I honestly, I can convince myself that I died.
Yep.
And that the afterlife is some sort of other world. A little bit like Wrist Cutter's a love story, but not quite.
What a movie.
Where like, you're just in this other dimension and little things have changed. And then I was like, maybe that's what the Mandela effect is. Like the Mandela effect, like everybody who remembers the Berenstain Bears versus the Berenstein Bears, or Kazam and versus whatever, maybe we've all just collectively died in other lives and got put to these lives, and the translation hasn't worked out. This is how, and I was not on drugs at the time.
I was going to say, boy, were you
I was not, because I was like,
shit.
Not happening tonight, pal. That is not, I got some shit in there, it's called Star Killer, and it fucks me up. But anyway.
With a name like that.
Yes. But anyway. So, but I was on that bullshit all week, like just funny, haha, whatever. And then Sabu comes out on AEW TV, and like they're like, "Oh, this man, he famously lives in Las Vegas," and I'm like, "Who could this be?" Like you. And Sabu comes out, and I just pick up my phone and I text you, "Hey, I think I died the other day."
You're like, I think I really died
because there's no world that we live in. Where Sabu is a surprise to have Adam Cole's back.
So when I texted you,
there was no connection.
When I texted you, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And you said what? I was like, oh fuck, you're behind me a little bit.
Yeah.
Because you have the YouTube and it's like 30, 45 seconds behind. And I was like, oh no, I just fucking ruined it. And then the next text, I think I really died.
Yeah. Because like, why logically would Adam Cole have or Sabu have Adam Cole's back? They have no history or connection anywhere. Kyle makes sense, right? Maybe I haven't watched NXT in a while. I should put it on Peacock. Maybe Sabu was on NXT the whole time with them, and we're just waiting for his release too. I don't know.
You've circumvented Bobby Fish as Sabu,
right? For a younger, more youthful talent.
Well, of course. Yes.
But I'm happy about it. I think Sabu's going to do something incredibly irresponsible for his health and well-being at the pay-per-view. So. People online are like, "Oh, Sabu's back is shot. Don't expect him to do anything." I'm like, "You sir, do not understand professional wrestling and the kind of drugs, the cloth with which Mr. Terry Brunk was cut from."
Yeah,
and that's right. For those of you who don't know, Sabu's real name is Terry Brunk.
Sure is, man. So Sabu,
like Terry Funk being told to just have a little walk and brawl, and he ends up going through a concession stand table. Sabu's gonna do something real stupid.
Yeah,
he's gonna do something real dumb.
I hope so,
and I'm gonna love every second of it.
God, I hope so.
But yeah, very weird. But also, I thought of this. I thought this was going to be a Taco Bell level tweet, but didn't happen. Adam Cole and Sabu from Bombay, Michigan.
Oh, God damn it.
It's already there.
I wish it wasn't.
Because they said from Vegas. I'm like, no, he's not from Vegas. He's from Bombay, Michigan.
So,
Bombay.
So do you remember when Benoit held the world title?
I don't know who that is. Yes.
So they started announcing him as currently residing in Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah.
To try to get the Americans behind
it more.
Right. Is this like hailing from Las Vegas, Nevada?
Right, they want the Vegas.
Currently residing in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Yeah. Super weird. Bombay, Michigan.
This leads into Roddy against Daniel Garcia.
I'm going to tell you about this match. I was very excited for this match.
You don't remember a thing about it.
Right. I thought this was going to be the show stealer. I can't tell you a fucking thing about it because this is the wrong position for this match. You should have done this somewhere else because me, and I'm assuming the rest of the world, were in complete and utter shock that Sabu came out on AEW television.
This was one of those, I remember Roddy chopping him a lot. I remember Daniel Garcia doing his little hip wiggle thing.
I'm sure it was awesome.
I remember the backbreaker. I don't remember anything else.
I got nothing. I remember the throwback breaker. That was real nice. That's the only thing I remember. Because I was literally going, did Sabu just... Yeah. And then I entered a conversation with Silverthorne, and it was just... I was like, this is the complete wrong place for this match because I am not prepared for anything to happen on my TV after seeing Sabu show up on AEW television in 2023.
Oh, it's fucking crazy.
Say it with me, just like we all predicted.
So main event time. For the Ring of Honor.
We did get, which I was glad about, a Willow Nightingale hype video, which I know we haven't talked about the show yet.
I didn't have that written down.
But we got a little hype video, and I was worried at the end. We'll talk about it after this. But I was like, I hope AEW pushes this accomplishment because Willow deserves so much more.
Tony brought it up in the press today.
Oh, yeah? Oh, good. But I was very happy to see that.
Yes.
Huge fans of Willow here, which we'll talk about in a bit.
Yeah.
But yes, main event, Blackpool Combat Club versus the Lucha Brothers.
Yeah, for the Ring of Honor tag team titles.
Yes, because Claudio beat Rey Fenix the other day in a... I don't know.
Something.
Whatever. So then, okay, sure.
So... I thought the match was pretty good.
Yeah, it's fun.
I was still a little reeling from the Sabu shit.
Yeah, right. Me too. But Claudio is the perfect opponent for these guys because he might have a little bit of experience wrestling lucha style people.
I love Danielson on commentary treating Wheeler like the young boy.
I like that he said, "Nice to see you, man in the mask." Aww. Not everybody's mad at Regal.
He said Regal's name on the commentary.
Not everybody's mad at him.
When he said, "This is what Regal was talking about. When they pile drivers, we tuck our chins."
Right.
I bet the Elite doesn't tuck their chins.
Yeah.
What a motherfucker.
Right.
And when Yuta covers Penta and Penta kicks out, he's like, I'm going to smack the shit out of him. What a whack-a-daisical cover.
Yep.
Oh, he's going to hear about that.
Yeah.
Man, Danielson rules. But really the end of this was the Young Bucks sneaking out under the ring and holding Claudio outside the ring so Wheeler can get pinned.
Right in front of Joe Bob Briggs.
Was it Joe Bob there too, or was it?
Joe Bob was there too.
Oh, I didn't see him on camera.
Yeah, so I only know this because of Twitter, but it was Darcy. Yeah. But it was Darcy, Joe Bob, and the two people that won the auction at the fundraising last drive-in. This was the show they got to go to with Joe Bob and Darcy.
Perfect. In Vegas, that worked.
Yeah, and so they were sitting with them.
Oh, cool.
And Darcy said Joe Bob loved it. Joe Bob wasn't a wrestling fan, and she's got him into it, and she said he loves it. But he remembers wrestling because he was on USA and TNT. He was all over the place. Yeah. So he always was either leading out of wrestling or whatever.
And Medeja being in Don't Panic.
Right, and Medeja being in Don't Panic. Wild to hear him say Medeja the other week. But yeah, so it was right in front of Joe Bob and Darcy there. But yeah.
Yeah, so Luchas retain.
Yes. Which I thought was nice. That's a nice touch.
Sure.
I don't want to praise the Young Bucks too much. Those fucking super kicks look like dog shit.
Yeah, as Bret Hart would say, you're powder puff.
Powder puff. But I like the idea of them costing the match. And
sure.
Keeping Lucha
this is where
strong.
Danielson and Moxley run down and chase them off. And like the Young Bucks are in the crowd kind of talking a little bit of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And Moxley grabs the mic.
Yes.
And he goes into like psycho promo mode.
Mm-hmm.
Just talk about how bad that they're going to beat the shit out of them.
Yes.
Said, if you're squeamish and you have a little problem with blood and you think we've gone too far, you better fasten your goddamn seatbelts because you ain't seen nothing yet.
Right.
Dude, like, to me, the whole time I'm like framing, like looking at it as, wow, they're really making Blackpool Combat Club look like the baby faces here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the Young Bucks are the one who cost the match, and they're the ones who ran out into the crowd, and they're the one, like little bitches. Like, you're the one supposed to stand tall, you know? Mm-hmm. And it was Blackpool Combat Club in the ring. And
the problem is that the Young Bucks, one, are deeply unlikable, and two, they don't have a mode. They have one mode. They don't have the ability to switch back and forth.
Yeah.
So by default, because the Blackpool Combat Club are just cooler, and the company and the crowds they're attracting like those guys, like that kind of wrestling a little better, it makes the Bucks come off a little poorly.
It really made me think they're gonna die on Sunday.
Yeah. Mox is gonna bleed everywhere.
Dude, a promo.
We didn't talk about the video game being announced at all, but the blood mode in that looks ridiculous.
I can't wait.
And Mox, he's gonna bleed everywhere. It's gonna be crazy.
Wait, man. It's
gonna
be awesome.
Yeah,
it's gonna be so awesome.
Because that's what he does.
So that was the end of Dynamite.
It was.
We're gonna talk about this here. Unless you want to do something else first.
No, because I think we sort of decided before this that if it happens on American soil,
we'll talk about
then it's a domestic match.
Okay.
And it goes into the rankings for best domestic match of the week. So we are going to talk about New Japan Strong Resurgence.
Yes, we are, good sir. So I didn't watch everything on this.
Me either. Good. I'm glad. I was feeling bad that you might have watched the opener with Caballero or whatever.
Oh,
did you watch that?
No, but I didn't know. But I do like Barbario Caballero.
Yeah, sure.
He's a caveman.
Yeah,
he's the one that on the CMLL Fantastica Mania, Taguchi dressed up as him the one night.
Right.
But no, I didn't watch it.
I skipped it. Yeah.
But what I did watch.
Yes.
First semifinal of the New Japan Strong Women's World Title Tournament.
Yes.
Mercedes Moné versus Stephanie Vick. Was it Vick?
They were saying Vicker.
Vicker?
Yes.
Hey, man. That Mercedes Moné might be a little bit over, brother.
A little bit.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
This crowd was going banana for her.
Well, I mean, for being Eddie Guerrero's legitimate daughter.
Well, sure. But this crowd was going crazy.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, they loved her.
Yes.
Match was really fucking good.
I thought this match was really good. I think this is people when this little one night tournament was announced, the biggest question about the whole thing was who's Stephanie Vicker, and we got an answer.
Who Momo Kogo was?
No.
Okay.
But we got an answer, and she looked really good.
She was awesome.
This match was good.
Good gear.
Yeah, for sure.
Match was really awesome.
Match was very good. I think Vicker looked very good. Sasha, I'm gonna call her Sasha. It's fucking Sasha. Sasha looked good.
It's Monet,
as she always does. But yeah, the only thing not good about this show so far is commentary, and that's all I'm gonna say about that.
Mm-hmm. That certain person got put over for their work by Tony Khan today.
No.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm dead serious. That was in the thread from Fightful anyway. So, and specific person was tagged. So yeah.
And they haven't announced an announce team for Collision yet.
I don't know if you're going to go that far. We'll see though. We'll see. Oh no. So, second with your soul is broken. Second, I can't even look at you. How am I going to continue? This other semifinal.
Welcome to WeNeedWrestling, where we do alternate commentary to AEW Collision every week on the Patreon.
second semifinal match.
I ain't farting on no snare drum. Sorry.
Willow Nightingale versus Momo Kogo.
Yes.
Momo Kogo from Stardom.
Yes.
Momo Kogo is kind of like the fall girl in her stable.
Right. Somebody's got to be.
I'll tell you what, man, this match fucking rocked too.
Yeah, Willow's got the power.
Dude.
They book Willow like
is
a monster.
Strong motherfucker.
Yes, absolutely.
I thought this was very good though.
I liked it too. Yeah, for sure.
Momo can go. Momo's very good.
Momo can go so much so that she's gone.
Yeah, well,
Willow wins.
Yes, so, next thing I watched was Juice Robinson versus Fred Rosser.
Yes, the lowest rated match on the card, and I think unfairly.
Super unfairly.
Yes.
And I'm not just saying this because we fucking love Juice Robinson.
Right, I love Juice Robinson with all my heart.
So much.
Yeah.
I would die for that man.
Right, for real. As ugly as he is.
Go watch him. I know you watched it, but go watch him on RG City.
Yeah,
AEW.
I haven't watched an RJ City in AEW in so long, but I saw Juice. As soon as I saw it, I put it on my phone and watched it.
Him getting sniffed was hilarious.
Little beard in the hair, two different smells.
I'm still obsessed with that. Dwayne Rock Hard line.
Yeah,
he's like, oh yeah, Rock Hard. Yeah, DC Studios thought the same thing. Juice just didn't get it. He goes, and RJ goes, that's for all the cinephiles. I don't know why I killed me. So this match was long. It's like
23 minutes.
Went a couple minutes too long
for a street fight for sure.
I thought the actual street fight was awesome.
That was awesome, right?
Juice hit a gusher. He juiced.
So commentary says, juice, real juice in there. Yeah. Rosser canes Juice Robinson in the face in this match.
Like, is it when...
And I'm not a huge Fred Rosser guy.
When Juice was on the guardrail and he hits him in the chest and it just goes straight up into Juice's face. Right. Yeah, that was bad.
The chain choke in the Tree of Woe was awesome.
Disgusting.
Great spot. And this has a lot of build. This builds back to when we were on our road trip.
Absolutely.
Like when I got denied my Juice Robinson t-shirt.
Keep my wife's name out of your fucking mouth.
But again, so like they did a promo leading into this where Rosser like apologizes for bringing Tony Storm into this.
Yeah. Because
we sort of discussed it on here, how weird it is for the babyface to be doing that sort of stuff. And so he apologizes. But then in the match, he kisses her against her will.
Well, yeah, because Tony Storm runs in.
Yeah.
But even in the promo leading up to, he like said Tony makes him question what he's really into.
Right.
Which like
because Rosser's an openly gay man.
But it's like, like the whole babyface thing just didn't work here. And the crowd was the same. They wanted Juice to beat the shit out of Fred.
Yes.
Like they all were very anti-Fred Rosser.
Yeah, for sure.
And Tony Storm runs out.
I think this match got better when Tony Storm came out.
It went too long.
Yeah, you think this Tony Storm stuff went too long?
Yeah,
I think she added a little bit of a. I think it was maybe already going too long, and she got when she came out, she amped it back up.
Crowd went nuts for her. Yeah. I wish she would have just hit the ass bump into the stop sign.
Right,
hit him with the Storm Zero. Mm-hmm. Juice hits his finish, and that's it.
Yeah,
but like kicked down, it kept going. Like it went. Yeah. It was like okay, let's just wrap this up, B. But yeah, Juice wins.
Yes. I thought she looked great, and I love when he hugs her and her shirt is just covered in his blood.
She wore a white shirt. She knows.
She fucking knows.
But Ian on commentary was saying the stuff about Rosser, saying, "Yeah, I don't agree with what he's done here at all." And he said, "I think Fred's going to sit back and look and go, yeah, I went too far."
Right.
But I just don't care about Fred Rosser.
Yeah, this is the thing. Rosser's fine, but I don't think anybody. He doesn't have much of a personality. Like I think that's his physically. He's a capable wrestler.
Yeah,
he's got a good look, but like he's not a little vacant of a personality there. But I enjoyed this. I thought this was good for a street fight and good sort of ending. I think to maybe not the ending, but I think it's the ending.
It has
of what's been going on for a little bit.
I think Juice wrapped up his commitments for New Japan at this point.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
Kyle Fletcher comes out in a suit.
Yes.
By himself.
Right.
With the belts.
Yes.
And, I speculated about it last week when I was wondering why Kyle Fletcher was on AEW TV by himself.
Right.
I was like, oh, that's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's super weird.
Yeah, Mark Davis is hurt.
Do we know when he got hurt?
No idea.
Huh.
I'll tell you what, a lot of injuries going around. wrestling
Yeah,
again.
for sure.
Liv Morgan in WWE, they just had to vacate the women's tag titles.
Yeah, I saw.
She's
What's wrong
shoulder,
with her? It was a shoulder.
Shoulder. Dakota Kai tore ACL again.
Did she really?
Same match.
Really?
Yep, same match. Liv got hurt and Dakota got hurt.
Wow.
Yeah, so
that stinks for Dakota.
Yeah, because she's had a few of these already.
Has it always been in the same leg, too?
I don't know, but I know she's had the knee issues before. So now they can just plug and play Tegan Nox.
Yeah, that stinks. I like Dakota a lot.
But yeah, Kyle Fletcher, he vacates the IWGP and New Japan Strong Tag titles.
Yep.
That fucking sucks.
It does stink.
Yeah. Boy, were they on quite the roll.
Keys to the castle, for real. Keys to the kingdom.
You know, it appears Tony Khan, believes in Aussie Open.
As you should.
Paid for the surgery for Mark Davis, signed them, so
maybe
good on them.
Maybe he'll pay for Kyle Fletcher's new haircut. He can get rid of that weird.
Leave him alone.
He's got his
90s new
he's
metal
got got a Sean Hunter haircut.
And what's wrong with that?
It don't work in 2023, brother.
It says fucking who?
Yeah. Actually, doesn't he? He has an Eric Matthews haircut. Honestly.
Even better.
No.
Fine. So I didn't watch the match, but Kenta beats Hikuleo by
I ain't watching that shit.
Kenta's the new Japan Strong.
What a run of bad matches.
And then Eddie Kingston comes over, cuts a promo, says he's coming after Kenta.
Yep.
Kenta gets on the mic, says, "I'm waiting for you because I'm fucking Kenta."
Right. It's weird that the match graphic is showing Kingston Rosser, but I don't think that's what it's
I don't think it's a match graphic.
No, I get it. All right.
Yeah, because I saw one today for Filthy Tom and JR Kratos, and obviously they're not going to fight.
Yeah.
And they announced July 4th and 5th.
Yes.
A New Japan Strong branded show running in Corkin.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Independence Day they're just calling it?
Because it's on July 4th and 5th. Yes.
Yeah. So
Eddie's going back to Japan.
Fuck yeah.
To wrestle for the Strong title, which I hope he wins.
To win the Strong title.
And in the legendary Showboat Carousel Room of Japan, Korakuen Hall.
Yes.
That's what it is.
It sure is. Blackpool Combat Club and Shooter, Umino.
Shooter.
Going up against Chaos, Okada.
Yes.
Rocky Romero and Ishii.
Tomohiro Ishii.
Again, Blackpool Combat Club. I love this because in New Japan they're so fucking over.
Yeah.
And it was so cool. Like Moxley, dude, the reaction for him, another one was crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
So I thought that was real cool to see. Even like Wheeler was kind of baby facing it up a little bit,
Yep.
Again, Okada is God.
Yeah, so that's nasty Okada is just such a great wrestler.
It's refreshing.
He just starts this. He walks over, but I think before the bell rings, even and grabs Shooter by the throat because Shooter's been like taunting him the whole storyline. Here is that. So, but the thing that I love about this match the most is, so I love the Okada thing, but I love more when Ishii gets mad that anybody's fucking with Okada.
Yeah.
Because he's like, that's my Chaos brother.
Absolutely.
You fuck with him, you fuck with my crew.
When Ishii runs in and just starts taking everybody out with the shoulder blocks. Yeah. Amazing.
Ishii just spends this match being pissed that anybody would bother to challenge Okada.
Yeah.
And I think that this is, I think you can easily snowball this Ishii into an IWGP champion. I will always, so until the day he retires, I'm going to hold out hope that he holds that title belt. He's coming back around again. He looks in better shape. Yeah. He's super over.
I know.
He defends Okada's honor.
It's okay to dream, brother.
I know. Yuta tries to stand with Ishii, and that doesn't work. That's a bad decision.
I loved when Okada hits the Rainmaker pose, and Moxley gets right in his face and just flips on the double birds.
Yes.
Which pisses Okada off more, and he beats the shit out of Moxley, and then he starts flipping Moxley the bird. It's like, it's incredible.
Yeah.
Fired me up so much. But how about our boy Shooter?
Right. So Mox eats a Rainmaker.
Which the crowd went nuts
nuts. Shooter takes out Okada and pins Rocky while doing the Okada fucking hand pose.
Dude. I know. All right, go. I go ahead.
Craziness. And then post-match, Shooter stands on Okada's chest.
I was losing my mind.
And Ishii keeps trying to get to him because Ishii's fucking pissed.
Yep, and Shooter just, fuck you, get out of here.
Yeah, and
it's like standing on Okada's throat.
Yeah.
Like, whoa,
crazy.
Dude.
Crazy. How much faith do they all have in Okada and Shooter as a wrestler for him to do this kind of... Obviously, Rocky was taking the pin here. We all know that.
Of course.
But, like, and I don't think Shooter's going to beat Okada in the long run, but, like, the faith to take who's essentially a returned young boy to go up against the biggest star, they're like, all right, well, something here.
Loved this.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I seriously fucking loved this.
So, did you watch the Moxley promo after? Have you seen that promo?
I have not.
No? Okay.
Does he put Shooter in?
No, it's where he talks about his match with Okada. What he wants to do.
Okay.
So, Sposto told me about this.
Oh. You got a fucking Moxley promo and you're keep withholding it from me?
Well,
How dare you?
I would have assumed you already saw it because I missed it.
Don't you fucking turn the tables.
But I'm going to play it here and maybe I'll pipe it in later if I can find it. Because I don't know.
I hope he curses a lot.
Shit.
Did you delete it?
Huh?
Did you delete it?
No, I don't have it. Joe was telling me about it. He didn't send it to me. And I watched it. I don't know where it is now, though. Anyway, he cuts a promo and he's like, I want Okada, Dominion or whatever. And he's like, all these people do hour-longs, 30 minutes, whatever. He's like, I don't want that. He's like, I'm going to hit Okada as hard as I can for 8 minutes.
I found it.
Okay, did you?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Run it through the microphone there, pal, and I'll bring it in.
Shooter returns to Los Angeles. The lady killer, running up and down the Sunset Strip. Thongs and bras and panties, all flying in his wake. And he came here to Long Beach tonight to lay a beating on Ishii and Okada and our boy, Rock. This Okada. Yeah. I know, he's the greatest ever, a lot of people say. And he's really good. And he's really durable and really tough and really sharp and really smart. And, he deserves all the accolades he gets. But I feel like people are just scared of the idea of Kazuchika Okada, the greatest of all time, the perennial IWGP champion. 45, 35, 55, 60-minute matches. These guys are afraid of him. They let him stay in the game. 60 fucking minutes. I could beat Okada in 11 minutes. No, wait. 8 minutes. It would take me 8 fucking minutes to beat Okada. One of these days we're gonna put that to the test. Get your fucking timer out. 60 fucking minutes. Whoop your ass in 8 minutes. If I can't do it that fast, I can't do it. Jesus Christ. You put a beating on somebody for 45 minutes and they're still standing? You ain't hitting very fucking hard. What do you think, Shooter? Exactly. What is the first rule of John Moxley, Blackpool Combat Club? Yes. 0 fucks, right? 0 fucking fucks. What is rule number 2?
0 fucks again?
What is rule number 3? 0 fucking fucks. Right here. What do you think?
What do I think? I think that people are afraid, like you said, people are afraid of the idea of Okada. People are afraid of the idea of Ishii. I don't know who's afraid of Rocky, but guess what? We beat all 3 of them tonight. The Blackpool Combat Club, John Moxley, Shota Umino, we are here. We're here to fight. And I think Shota's got a little something extra for Okada, right?
Yes. You don't like Okada. He does not like Okada.
Not at all.
He's really beefing hardcore with Okada. I think it's gotten a little personal. But hey, that's you guys, man. Good idea. Professional.
Good idea. Beat him up. I like it. His English is getting better every time I say it.
These New Japan stalwarts.
My Japanese is getting worse.
Okada, Ishii, Tanahashi, run around with belts. What the fuck are belts? I want 1 million fucking belts. Trios, titles, and shit, you know what I mean? Look, the world is different now in 2023. The boogeyman is coming back to Japan. And me and my friends, my training partners, my compadres are ready to take on any of you New Japan greats. So, be ready for that. Where 8 fucking minutes.
There you go. That's...
then you hear him laughing. Oh, it's the greatest fucking promo ever.
So
45 minutes, you hit a motherfucker that hard, you can't beat him.
So, spoilers for at odds.
Oh my god!
So Joe watched New Japan as it was happening. He watched
Holy
the
shit,
show.
I'm impressed.
Right, and he was like, he watched that. And I didn't see it, and he told me about it. And he was like, I don't particularly like it when like wrestlers say like curse a ton in promos. He goes, but Moxley can do whatever the fuck he wants.
Dude, John Moxley's
Right?
the best.
11 minutes, no, 8 minutes. Yeah.
Dude, I'm so happy right now. I'm so mad that it took me this long, but I'm also very happy.
So,
God damn it, I love John Moxley.
yeah.
All right, but
incredible.
I fucking love that match.
Yes.
Next match. This was a semifinal to see who's going to face Lance Archer at Dominion to be the finalist.
Right. What a great honor. Sorry.
For Kenny Omega's IWGP US title. Will Ospreay versus Hiroshi Tanahashi.
Yes.
So somebody made this comment, and I was like, you're literally in my head. Okay. Whoever this person was. I forget who it was. Sorry. Slowed down Will Ospreay, you could tell is not 100%, versus like a rapidly breaking down Hiroshi Tanahashi.
Right.
Can go out there and just go, yeah, here's a great match. Fuck you guys.
Right. I think this is the best Tana's looked in months. I think he's feeling better than he's felt in months, and Ospreay's feeling a little worse.
You could tell, like, that comment, I was like, yeah, this is exactly what I thought, too, because I thought this was great.
It was really good. Right.
Ospreay wins, so
of
it's going to
course.
be Ospreay Archer, which eventually is going to lead to Ospreay Omega, you would think.
I would guess at
Forbidden Door, you'd be a crazy person not to run that back.
Yeah, right.
Main event.
Main event time.
For the New Japan Strong Women's title.
Yes.
Willow Nightingale.
Yes, versus
Going
Mercedes
up
Moné.
against Mercedes Moné. We're
Sasha Banks.
getting the main event slot. So, this match I was loving.
Yeah, that was great.
Willow was such a powerhouse.
That Pounce brother.
I thought of you because they both had new gear for their different gear from their first match. How'd they know?
Right.
Macho Man WrestleMania 4 all over again. How'd you know?
Right.
Willow was killing Mercedes.
Yes.
Mercedes was selling like death.
Yep.
Dude. Like, just like, oh yeah, I'm going to die in here.
Even before this match, just the back up to say it, the crowd reaction.
Amazing.
Both women in tears.
Legit gave me chills.
Yeah. Amazing moment.
Yeah.
Like, so amazing. Like, and like to watch Willow, who we love, like Sasha's been there before. She's been to the game. But to see Willow sort of like not know what to do.
You could tell
you could see how just emotional she was because of it. That she was just like, oh, shucks. Like, she didn't know how to react.
You could tell for Mercedes it means
more
it
means
at this point,
right.
you know?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, she bet on herself, and she's seemingly working it out. So
she definitely is, man. Yeah. I thought this was going great. I was loving it.
Yep.
Unfortunately, Mercedes took a bump from the top rope to the floor.
She slipped, definitely.
And rumors that it was at first I thought it was a knee, and I'm like going, oh fuck, that sucks.
Yeah.
They're saying it's the ankle or the foot.
Yeah.
I saw the angle of it. She didn't like twist anything.
It
was just like a hard impact.
Straight down. Could be a fracture somewhere in there or something.
So she got hurt.
Which you can tell she does still hit like the rolling bank statement, which I thought looked really good on one leg.
Yeah.
Willow did that stalling suplex off the top before that. That was awesome.
Yeah.
She's hurt, so they finished the match on the fly. They changed the match on the fly.
Yeah, because it was supposed to be Mercedes.
There's no, you can't. I don't know if they've confirmed. You can't tell me it wasn't going to be.
So your first ever New Japan Strong Women's Champion, Willow fucking Nightingale.
And, so I do have issue, and I understand it is a communication error. It's language barrier. The referee was either not told or wasn't told well enough that the finish has been changed.
Yeah.
And so Willow hits the doctor bomb, which looked great. And Sasha doesn't kick out, but the ref puts his hand under. It's like, oh, she kicked out. And then commentary's got to try and cover.
That's hard.
And then she picks her up and does the doctor bomb again. And it is hard.
But it's hard, man.
On this show, I talk about it all the time. As a referee, I hate it when the refs 1-2 and stop to look when it's obvious like that. Count to 3. If they don't kick out, they don't kick out. The referee fucked on you. That referee fucked on you.
Yeah, I mean, I always go back to the Lil Nate situation when it was Jericho versus Pac.
Yeah.
on Raw.
Right.
And he didn't count the 3, and then Jericho started shoving him down. He's hurt. Hurt. That's Little Nate.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of the best referees ever. So it can happen to anybody.
But it's fine. They did some nice little editing on the highlight package on Dynamite for it.
I thought this was awesome, and
this
I know you brought it up before.
Match would have been way better if it got to continue.
I was like,
it was still very good, but they only told half the story they were going to tell.
I can't wait for a rematch.
Yeah, and I think that's what you got to do. I think Willow, they lean in. Willow's a star. I'm glad AEW did the thing with her because I think they need to push this everywhere. This is a big deal.
Yeah.
Willow's a star. If it's 6 weeks, it's 6 weeks. If it's 3 months, 6, whatever it is.
You don't need to defend this title all the time.
Willow has this title,
this
has 1 or 2 good matches, couple defenses, and when Sasha's healthy, the rematch happens and Sasha gets this belt.
Get Willow over in Stardom.
Right.
Willow versus Julia.
Right. I think Willow, give her a couple good high profile matches. Conceivably, this means that Willow will be in Kurikan.
Oh man, that rocks!
You're gonna have a New Japan Strong show without a champ, right?
She'll be there.
So do that. Then Sasha gets it back when she's healthy. I think that makes the most sense.
Yeah, I'd like Sasha to win it back and then just have another blow off, like the rubber match.
Right. It's Willow loses nothing by losing to Sasha Banks.
So I love the package on Dynamite. Thought that was real cool to put her over.
Yes.
Tony Khan in his presser today said that he's the one who suggested New Japan to use Willow.
Nice.
In the tournament because he feels that she is such a strong presence and fits well for New Japan.
Immediate crowd reaction. She's one of the very few wrestlers that just everywhere, like the crowd immediately knows to like her.
That crowd went, they were shocked at first, but then when they saw Willow get her hand raised, they went nuts for it,
I've been a big Willow fan for a while, and I'm famously shy and a little reluctant to get Mark photos at wrestling shows because I don't want to bother anybody and whatever. Even though they're there to do that, I'm just like, whatever. And I remember the last time we saw Willow, and I was like, "Oh, Willow's here! I'm a big fan of Willow. She got my picture, but next time that ain't happening."
Yeah, I don't
big now.
I don't foresee it happening, but you never know.
So,
so that was New Japan Resurgence.
Yes,
that ended the matches in the States.
Yes.
So I think it's time to take a trip, sir.
Take a trip. That means I gotta pause it. Hey, look at us. We're here in Japan.
Yeah, a little pause for the cause.
Yes.
Japan. So I have 2 promotions.
Me too.
The first one, DDT.
Yes,
the King of DDT. The King of DDT final.
Yes, 2023 final.
So before we talk about this, Matt Cardona is official for DDT.
Oh, did they announce this on this show?
Yes, they did.
I went right to the match.
Broski is official. He's going to be against Tetsuya Endo.
Oh, he's just an Endo, not a Ueno.
For the DDT Universal title. Anybody on the network, hey guys, you need that ring.
They should put him in the ring.
Some help on Wrestle Universe. That's what I said to Ed.
Yeah,
because Ed was real mad about it weeks ago. I said, "What? I just want to see him fight Yuji Hino."
Right, I want to see him fight Yuji Hino. I want to see him fight Pheromones. Is what I want to see him fight. So Matt Cardona, see what kind of man he actually is.
Well, it's Cardona and Steph DeLander.
Of course.
Because, I'm not going to say that.
Nope. She hitched her horse to the right wagon, I'll tell you that.
Sure did. Cardona, hey, again, soon to be named network, you want to have a group get together, I'll host you at my house if you want. We can watch it live.
Right, absolutely.
Joe, wake up early, come up the street, I'll throw out some coffee for you, we'll hang out.
What's DeLander doing on the show, they said?
Just accompanying.
Oh, yeah, she ain't going to work, they're not going to bring over anybody. They do that occasionally, they bring Stardom or Tokyo Joshi Pro.
I don't know, maybe
Tokyo Joshi Pro people in. Miyu Watanabe.
But yeah, that got announced. So
okay, yeah, great.
So all right, so I watched
lots of new signups for DDT for a month.
I hope people enjoy Wrestle Universe.
We should tell people. We should put in the majors group like, if anybody needs help sign up for Wrestle Universe, I'll only take a 5% cut or something. $1, I'll show you how.
So King of DDT tournament.
Yes.
there's the 2 semifinal matches in the final. I watched the semis. The first one was Kazuchika Higuchi against Yuki Ueno.
Okay.
Man, I love Higuchi.
Yes. I didn't watch this, but yes.
What a fucking powerhouse, dude.
Yeah.
He obviously wins. The other one was Chris Brooks versus Jun Akiyama.
Chris Brooks is my favorite wrestler. I've liked him for a long time.
Yeah, with the shoulder harness.
With the shoulder harness.
Yeah,
I've been a huge fan.
Yeah, you love
I've been a huge fan for a long time.
Since the beginning.
Since really the beginning of us, of DDT,
beginning
and
of
us watching the show. Yeah. Big fan
So I thought Jun
Chris
Akiyama was going to win.
Okay.
Jun Akiyama is a bully during this match.
Yeah.
A lot of like kicking him in the face on the outside and just like kneeling on him on a guardrail. He was being a jerk.
Okay.
Chris Brooks wins. Surprisingly.
Yeah.
Which leads to the final.
Chris Brooks did have, again, match of the year contender against Yoshihiko at the Collective or whatever that was.
Brother.
So there you go. And I've been a fan of him for so long.
Yeah, since the beginning.
With the shoulder thing.
Yeah, he's always on the shoulder thing. The final, Chris Brooks.
Yes.
I can't talk. Higuchi.
Yes.
Dude, I absolutely loved this.
Yeah, this match is great.
When they just start trading Germans, I was losing my mind. Dumping each other on their heads.
Yeah.
Higuchi throwing shoot headbutts. The chop battle was gross.
Higuchi takes multiple unprotected. So the guardrail here, if you watch where they're at,
it's a Korakuen.
The guardrail, they slide him in front of the steps, so like you're not going to get down the steps and interfere with the matches. So they like slide into place.
Yeah.
But they're solid steel or whatever they are. Sort of rails, but there's no like bars. It's just a sheet metal. And Higuchi takes multiple unprotected shots to the head from one of these guardrails.
That was crazy.
Yeah, nuts.
What was even crazier is how he responded.
He punches it so hard
that Chris Brooks palm strike.
Right, and Chris Brooks falls over. It knocks Chris Brooks over.
And fucking Brooks hits a gusher because of it.
Yeah, right. It's crazy. Insane. Higuchi no-sells a top rope tiger suplex in this match because he's just a badass. This was excellent. And I think another shocker here, Chris Brooks wins, which is crazy because I've been waiting for this moment because I'm such a big fan. Because I've known him forever. I've known of him. I remember him with the shoulder brace. I talk about it all the time.
The Brookomaniacs are running wild.
Right, the Brookomaniacs. But this was awesome. This is
I love this, man.
This is one of the better matches of the year. Yeah. I mean, we've been covering DDT now for a few months here. It's the best DDT match I think we've seen.
Yeah. Best DDT match of the year. Best DDT match, again, I think we've ever watched.
Yeah.
I know we caught tail end of like Takeshita and DDT before he left full time. But this was absolutely fucking incredible.
Yep.
Go out of your way to watch this.
Yeah. And I don't know how the hierarchy works and who does what, but like Chris Brooks wrestling like this is going to get noticed.
Yeah, and I said I think we're going to be talking about this at the end of the year. I think
so. And I know there's a lot more sort of brand loyalty, particularly with DDT. I think Higuchi could thrive anywhere. But he might be probably going to be a DDT homer and just be fine being the big fish there, kind of.
Man, he's
great.
Good, dude.
But Brooks is going to get noticed. For sure.
Finally, because you've been pushing him for so long.
Right, I've been pushing him for so long. I've been waiting for him to be noticed.
Yes. You're a big fan of his tag team, Calamari Drunken Kings.
Exactly.
As we all know.
Exactly.
As we all know.
I love his tag partner in that.
Yeah. You sure do.
I like them both.
They're
both great wrestlers.
And they're both good. So yeah, seriously, go out of your way to watch it.
Yeah.
If you need a fucking
if you need a hookup, holler if you hear me.
Yeah, holler if you hear me. Why is there sirens and chainmail playing all of a sudden? So let's go to New Japan.
Yes.
Best of the Super Juniors.
Yes, so there's a ton because we're almost at the end.
Yeah.
Well, it's only 3 nights, right?
So there were 4, but I didn't watch anything from night 7.
Oh, yeah, I didn't watch a thing from night 7. I look like dog shit.
Looked real bad. So night 8.
Night 8, I watched 2 things.
I watched 2.5.
Okay.
I watched this one because I knew you were going to be in love.
Oh, Mike Bailey versus Taguchi?
Dude.
Yeah.
How fucking awesome was this?
Yeah, it was great. It's got like a 7 3/4.
That crowd was
match.
red hot for Taguchi,
and
man.
I was like, this is better than that. Like, these are two guys. Like, so here's the thing about this. Taguchi has 0 wins. This is his 20th. We talked about this last week. This is his 20th Best of Super Juniors. And he's not doing any no butt stuff.
No, he's just being a serious
But,
man.
like, the dude's a super talented fucking wrestler.
Yeah.
And, like, effortless when he's wrestling like this. And puts on a really good match against Speedball, who's having a great fucking tournament.
Amazing tournament.
And again, Taguchi almost has him. Almost has him. But Bailey is the god of this year, for sure. I don't need to win the whole thing. We'll talk about that. But yeah, I was just like, I'm going to watch this. I saw clips of it. Like New Japan, this is one of the things they really heavily clipped and put out there. It's a really good match.
The best spot.
Yeah.
What was it?
I don't know. You tell me.
It was on the outside where Taguchi has Speedball's foot.
Yeah.
He's up on one leg.
Okay.
And Speedball like rolls through to send Taguchi's momentum forward into the post.
Yeah.
But Taguchi stops short of the post, smacks the post with his hands, and then sells it like he hit the post. Yeah. And then Bailey, like, you know, he's getting up, and Bailey goes to kick Taguchi in the back of the head against the post, and Taguchi ducks. Yeah. And you just hear the thud against the post. Right. And Taguchi starts laughing, and he just starts pointing at his head.
Because he's so smart.
I love that.
Taguchi is such a good wrestler and does the comedy stuff because he can. And, you know, he ain't looking for anything. I would love for him to, like, since he's getting 1 win in this tournament, the whole thing, I would love for him to next year win it. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
so cool.
Because even last year he did that. He did sort of say, I'm going to be serious. And then he started losing. And then he went to the funny stuff. Yeah. This one he didn't. He stayed. He did do a couple funky weapons, but like
he's crazy. He's got to revert back to being the master of the ass.
Right. But I think next year you give him like another, like a really strong performance and put him in the semis or the finals. I think would be really cool long-term
Just as the title is sacred to you, a butt is sacred to a butt man.
That's true.
You put your belt on the line.
I'll put my ass on the line.
He's the best.
He really is.
The half that I watched was just the ending of Hiromu Takahashi, Taiji Ishimori.
Because Ishimori got hurt. That's why I didn't watch it.
I didn't watch the spot.
It's a neck injury.
Shoulder.
Is it? I thought they said
did they come out and say it? No.
Yeah.
Did they really? Yeah. Because it was definitely like shoulder he was selling.
Yeah.
Oh, if it was cervical spine, he walked out of the ring and everything. So that'd be fucking terrifying.
On New Japan 1972, an injury to his cervical vertebrae.
Oh God, that's fucking scary.
Yep.
Well, Taiji Ishimori, I hope you get better.
He's able to recuperate at home. He's comfortable, able to move normally, but there's no timetable to his return.
That might be he might be done type deal.
We'll see.
Because he's getting older.
He's getting older, right.
And then, main event I watched, El Desperado versus Francesco Akira.
Yep.
As I tried pointing out to young Ed, because he's not interested in New Japan outside of Okada.
Right.
I'm trying to get him back. I'm trying to bring him back in.
Yeah.
El Desperado hooking in that stretch muffler.
Yeah. This man, Ed, if you're listening, I don't know if you're listening. If Ed's not listening, somebody just send this part to him. Ed, El Desperado in this match spends 20 minutes trying to remove a man's leg from his body.
Yeah. All because Francesco Akira said, I want the real El Desperado.
Right. Did you know, I had read this, so he had a different gimmick when he was on excursion in Japan.
Who, Despy?
Despy. And he loses a mask. He lost the mask match in Mexico.
Yeah.
And then comes to Japan with this new gimmick. But it was originally an El Mariachi gimmick. He used to come out with a guitar case.
I know. Who used to come out with a guitar?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
But his original gimmick, the idea for it is that he's Desperado.
Yeah.
He is El Mariachi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it, man.
Yes. But yeah, this is a masterclass in working the leg. Desperado's literally, this match goes 25 minutes. 20 of it, he's trying to tear off Akira's leg. He does a stretch muffler and stands up with it locked in, which is the grossest thing I think I've ever seen. I love the stretch muffler, and it's so simple. But not only that, but then when he like steps over your shoulders with it in, like it's insane. It's just so gross.
This is probably my match of the tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is great. I love it.
It was so different.
I love it. I don't know if it'll make that for me, but I love it.
It was so different, and this is actually my second must-see match of the fucking week.
Yeah.
And it would have won. For Japanese match, but you know.
Yeah, this is great. This is the only time I'm watching TJP in any involvement anywhere because he's going to throw in the towel for Akira, and Akira catches it and throws it out.
Loved it.
Doesn't want to tap. Is getting so beat up at the end. Desperado's kind of like, do I have to keep hurting him? Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do.
And he does. And Akira, good on Akira too, man. Like
he looked great here.
He looked good.
Yeah.
And he's been having good matches, so you know, good for him. You know the thing I realized about this Super Juniors. And I don't know if it's like we'll give somebody else a shot kind of thing, but remember how over Alex Zane and Ace Austin were last year?
They were crazy,
and then just not at all. What happened?
I don't know what's up with Zane. I don't know if he's hurt. Maybe.
Okay, it didn't turn into anything for those guys over here.
His Impact commitment still.
Yeah,
well, I think Ace and Chris Bay are the Impact Tag Champs.
Are they? Okay,
I think
good.
So. At least I know they were.
Yeah.
So
man,
you know
they were so big in that tournament last year.
Crazy over.
Yeah.
So night 9, I watched two matches.
I watched 3.
Ooh, okay.
I'm gonna say the one you didn't watch is the Taguchi match. Yeah. Taguchi versus Kushida, the only win of Taguchi in the tournament.
Yeah.
It goes 12 minutes.
How did he win, with the ankle lock?
So, yes, but a special version of it.
Did he do it with his ass?
So, kinda. So these two guys have a great fun back and forth. Like, listen, we've been doing this for a long time kind of match. It's nothing spectacular. Not writing home about it, but it's great. Yeah. But here's the finish. Taguchi has Kushida pinned, and Kushida kicks out. And as he kicks out, his hand is on the top in the back of Taguchi's tights.
Oh boy!
And as he kicks out, the pants come down, so Taguchi is bare-assed. Completely. The red underwear is hanging out. Bare-assed completely, right? So then Taguchi rolls and gets the ankle lock, but he's bare-assed the whole time. So he's in an ankle lock, which is not a quick tap submission. No. But his ass is out.
That is
completely bare-assed. His whole ass is out. And so he gets the tap with the ankle lock. And then after the match, Kushida's down, and he's like holding his leg and his shoulder or whatever, and he's calling for the little ice pack. And they hand him the ice pack. He lifts it up and puts it on Taguchi's bare ass.
I love that shit, man.
It's so good.
Man. I'm going to have to go back and watch that.
It's just two dudes having fun.
Yeah.
It's nothing special, but it's two guys who know how to fucking wrestle, who've been doing this a long time, both eliminated. They just have a fun little back and forth match with a little funny ending. I enjoyed this a lot.
That's so perfect, man.
And I knew it was the end of the road. I watched more Taguchi than I thought I would, but I love him so much. The next thing I watched was Mike Bailey, Lio Rush.
Yeah, how could you not?
Right.
Boy, these guys move a million miles a fucking minute.
So, this, man, I'm going to think about it in the next couple minutes, but like, this is lower rated on Cage Match, which doesn't matter, but this might be my match of the tournament.
Oh, okay.
Which is odd because
that surprises me.
But like, I feel that these dudes did the exact match you're supposed to get out of these guys here. And I was just like, oh, you guys really, like, you were like, no, we know exactly what we need to do and what we're going to do, and we did it. So I was like, man, this is really good. Bailey wins. Is he undefeated?
No.
He's at 14 points.
He lost to Kushida.
Oh, right. He lost to Kushida, right.
Because Kushida would put him like that double leg lock.
Right. So, Robbie Eagles says on commentary that Lio Rush wrestles like his lifestyle determines his death style.
He sure does, Frank. Tick, 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 tock. Yeah.
So, yeah. And this match has something that I complained about in the past from this tournament that I think works really well here because of Leo. So I had said I don't like Speedball's the double twisting kick that he does. I said it's as silly as when Zandig does the double
It's not
turn.
silly. That's perfect. That's the best wrestling move ever. Shut your fucking mouth.
Double turn, roaring elbow, whatever.
The Mr. 540 discus Larry.
Right.
Get it fucking right, brother.
So,
Whatever that.
but Speedball here goes to do his kick, but Leo's not in the corner. Usually the guy's in the corner and Bailey does it from across the ring. But here, Leo's retreating backwards from Speedball, and he does the first turn, and Leo steps backwards, so Speedball has to do the second step.
That made sense.
And then lands it in the corner, makes that move make complete sense and makes it look really cool. Because you're like, oh, he just adds that turn because he knew he couldn't land the kick. So I really like that. I thought this match was incredible. I think it's exactly what we need to get out of both of these guys. I really like this match. And I'm not a big fan of like this style of stuff, but these guys I think delivered the most precise and best storytelling of the whole tournament for both these guys.
How Speedball does not blow his knees out when he like misses, it blows my mind.
Listen, I've said before, I think Speedball's a dork. I think Speedball has some baggage that he shouldn't be allowed to bring with him. But the dude can go.
Yeah.
The dude does a lot of crazy shit. He wrestles barefoot. He kicks a lot of shit. He does the knee drops. Speedball, the darling of this tournament. If you would ask me last week, I thought Leo was going to be in this spot.
I thought so too.
But Leo takes the L here, drops the 12 points, and 14's what gets you through. So this year. But yeah, I love this match. I thought it was really fun good.
I thought it was great too, man.
Yeah.
Main event.
Yes, I watched this.
LIJ collides.
Yes.
Titan versus Hiromu Takahashi.
Yes.
Both
with 12 points. This is like a win and you're in match.
Are you shocked that Hiromu wins or that Hiromu loses?
No, I don't think I was.
So, Tim, Hiromu doesn't always win.
Right.
Okay?
Yes.
He loses here.
Right.
So he doesn't try to get his 4-peat.
Right.
So
right, he doesn't get his 4-peat. True.
Titan
wins. A win and you're in.
Yeah.
Basically. So this was is this B block? No, it's A block.
We're going to discuss that at the end.
Okay.
But, Titan beats Hiromu. I thought this was really good as well.
I thought it was really good. The only note I have is that, was it Robbie Eagles on commentary still? Yeah. He says, I bet Hiromu doesn't even know a Suicidal Tendency song. And then Kevin Kelly starts naming Suicidal Tendency songs. And I was like, well, this is weird. I
love that because he's like, oh, yeah, we're going to go listen to this song off Join the Army. It's really great. And Robbie's like, all right, let's listen to it tomorrow.
Right. So, there you go. But I have no other notes because it was very good. Yeah. But I was like,
that threw
I got nothing else.
Course.
Kevin Kelly's like, join the new army. I'm like, what? What are we talking about? He's like, I saw Mommy. And I'm like, what?
Yeah. So, night 10. I watched a match.
Me too. One match because there was only one match that mattered and the rest of that card looked like stinky poo-poo because Block B is a downer this year.
El Desperado versus Robbie Eagles.
Yes.
I thought this was fucking awesome.
Desperado wins, gets his 14. El Desperado is my hero.
I think I can't like the dude anymore. Right. And then it's just like he has a match like this. And
he is actively my favorite junior. I love Hiromu. Despy better win it this year.
I think I'm on your side. I think I like Despy more than Hiromu.
Me too. I think Despy has been showing how much better he is. And I was looking him up. He's a dojo trained guy.
Yeah.
That's what he did. He came in and again had his excursion in Mexico, wrestled under a mask, a different gimmick there, lost the mask, came to Japan as Desperado. Has been in there like 2014, I think, or 2016.
It's been a long time now.
Something like that. And I just love him. I think he's added recently and more in this tournament, more facial expressions through the mask.
I agree.
Has gotten more personality since the Suzuki-gun breakup.
He's finding that part of him.
And that takes time, especially he's a masked wrestler. But I've always loved his look. I think his mask is awesome. I love the paint under the mask. But like these last 2-3 matches in this tournament, he's been a motherfucker.
Yeah.
And I just every time I watch him, I'm like, yeah, this is my dude. Like I love this dude. And
I'm so happy that
he's got to win it. He's got to win it this year. He has to.
He has to. So, if you're listening this Friday.
Yes.
So, really, in a couple hours after we're done recording. Semifinals.
Yes.
So, they didn't do it block-based.
Well, they split them up, right? It's 2 from B and 2 from A.
Yeah, which is like, that's kind of weird.
Very weird. But because
they're like, overall seeding, I don't know.
Because semifinals in a round robin tournament is weird because it's just going to be a rematch of something you've already seen.
Yeah.
Right? They don't do this for the G1.
No, the G1 is just A block winner, B block
winner. Right. Or A block, B block, C block, and D block winner, whatever, if there's 4.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's weird. But I think they just wanted to milk a little bit out of it because they didn't fluff these shows up at all. These shows have been Super Junior tournament shows, and that's about it.
Only the last, I think, the show yesterday because or 2 days ago. Yeah. So it's going to be Speedball Mike Bailey versus Master Watto.
I didn't watch a single Master Watto match.
Oh, Watto match.
Shocked that he had 14 points. Shocked that he's only lost 1 match. He's going to lose his fucking second.
Follow the way of the Watto, brother.
He's going to lose his goddamn second.
Master Watto.
Yes. I do like his kitty cat t-shirt, though. That says, way too on it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And the other semifinal, El Desperado versus Teton.
Right.
So, it's gotta be Speedball versus Desperado,
it has to be.
Right?
It has to be.
So those finals will take place Sunday.
Right. You put the darling of the tournament in Speedball against the guy that country has been waiting to win this.
If Desperado wins, that place is going to explode.
Yes, he has to win.
God damn it, he better win. So all the block action's done.
Yeah.
Another great tournament, I thought.
Really good. Yeah.
Last year's I thought was really good.
Mm-hmm.
This year's I thought was maybe a touch better.
Mm-hmm.
For the 30th Best of Super Juniors.
Yeah.
So bravo to New Japan.
Yeah, great stuff.
Yeah.
We'll talk about the semis and the finals, I guess, will be done by next week, right?
Yeah, for next week. And then the following Sunday is Dominion.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Whew. That's where Mox is going to beat Okada in 8 minutes.
8 minutes, brother. Yeah, because you don't punch him in for 45 minutes. If you can't beat him, then you ain't punch him hard enough. We all fucking know that.
Right.
Hopefully, Shooter's there for all the bras and thongs. I'm going to replay that 17 times a day. So that was all the wrestling this week.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's everything.
Yeah. What was your favorite? We'll say domestic and international.
Shit.
Don't you shit me.
That's difficult. Well, my favorite domestic was Jade Cargill versus Danny B.
Oh,
no.
God.
Ugh. What did I like? We're going to cheat and put Resurgence on here, right?
Yeah, it happened in the States.
Man. What's the best on that? I know what you're going to say.
If you agree, then say it, baby. Say it.
I mean, the best. It's the 6 minutes. Blackpool Combat Club versus Chaos.
Same.
I think everyone should go watch Sasha Stephanie Vaquer if you hadn't. That match is very good, and Sasha Willow would have had probably the match of the night.
I agree, it was on its way
but
there.
It just didn't happen.
Yeah.
Sadly. So Blackpool Combat Club, just to watch Ishii defend Okada's honor, and in my brain I have booked out for Ishii to become IWGP champion off of this.
And to watch the end of where Shooter just something clicked, snaps in him.
Yes. Moxley is just a wonderful, wonderful wrestler.
That promo just made me love the match so much more.
So you're in agreement? That's
absolutely
what we're saying. Okay. My Japanese, while the Super Juniors tournament has been great, and there is great matches in there. Watched the Speedball Leo Rush match. Watched Despy versus Francisco Akira. My personal preference, liking the big boys. But I think you'll probably agree also the DDT match.
Yeah, Chris Brooks versus Higuchi.
It's a half a step better than anything else they put in New Japan this week.
Yeah,
that's not usually the case. But that match goes hard. And again, being the long-term Chris Brooks fan,
without weapons,
right? Being the long-term Chris Brooks fan,
of course,
recognizing him because of his shoulder.
You have your replica shoulder.
I do. Yes, yeah. I bought it from Sonny Ono. It was good. It helped pay for a trip to Disney.
Sure did.
Yeah, it's the It's the dominant match this week. There's so much great stuff this week, which is hard. Because at the end of the Super Juniors tournament, they're going to ramp everything up.
Of course.
And watching Desperado try and literally take Francisco Akira's leg for 20 minutes is amazing.
Like, when I was watching that, I realized, man, Brett, you're kind of a sicko.
Yeah.
Like,
you want to see people hurt.
I want to see that motherfucker without a leg.
Right. That's what I want to see. I want to see Sabu jump off something stupid at the paint. It's like is it the first Guardians where Rocket Raccoon's like, I need that guy's eye, and then they bring it to him and he doesn't use it, and they're like, no, I just thought it'd be funny.
Yeah, like that's where I'm.
I just thought it'd be funny to take his eye or his leg or whatever the hell he needs. Like, just thought it'd be funny. You have to hop around.
That's kind of what I want, man.
Yeah, yeah. You wanted Francisco Akira to be Zach Allen of 2023 with just one leg.
Ugh, brother. We hired the wrong one-legged wrestler. Good job, guys. Did you buy anything?
No.
Okay.
Not wrestling related.
Okay.
I did buy my Electric Mayhem LP, which is number 1 on the Billboard charts.
Your what?
So the Muppets.
Is it a fucking Muppets thing?
Yeah, Electric Mayhem, the Dr. Teeth. So they have the TV show on
Disney
Plus.
Yeah.
They put out as a promotion the soundtrack with all the songs, which are written by Linda Perry from Four Non Blondes. They put out a vinyl as the Electric Mayhem's first ever LP, and the premise of the show is in the 70s they signed on to make a record but never made the record because they're all fucking zonked out of their brains.
Of course.
So they released the soundtrack as an Electric Mayhem LP, and it's number 1 on Billboard. It's number 1 on like the Billboard like kids chart or something, you know?
I mean, that's incredible.
So I got that. They put that out on vinyl.
Good.
So I pre-ordered that.
Good. Well, that's what I like to hear.
But that's it.
Okay. I
think. Yeah, that's it.
I was holding off until we had a concrete date.
Okay.
But I made a purchase.
Oh.
A pre-order.
Okay.
AEW Fight Forever. I bought it.
Yeah.
Because they announced the
I had mine pre-ordered months ago.
I was waiting until the official release date because I was like, I don't want it lingering out here this long. So I pre-ordered it June 24th, I believe. Was that the release date? Or June 28th? I don't know. I took the day off of work because I want to play it all day.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I was like, you know what? I'm going to wait. And I officially bought it. And watching the gameplay on Twitch, it seemed awesome. So very excited for a new style wrestling game. I think that's real cool. So that's all that I bought. And
I'm trying to check through to make sure about some more energy drink stuff.
Oh, good. That's all that.
Yeah, I guess that's it.
That's all I have. Yeah, because I didn't buy anything else this week. I was like, very up in the air, like over my car.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm not spending any money ever again.
Right. I get it.
And then it was like, hey, here, and I was like, oh, all right. I'm like, why am I being like this?
Right.
So yeah,
the Norm Macdonald thing. You'll always make more money the next day.
Yeah. So that's
it.
That's it.
We're out of here.
Yeah.
We got a big week. I mean, we're going to be talking.
We got the Pape this weekend.
We got the end of the Super Juniors.
Yeah.
And that'll be enough, but we'll see what else is going on.
Night of Champions. We'll leave that to Tim and Marcus. They can review that on Viewer's Choice.
Right, there you go. There's the plug right there.
Speaking of plugs,
see? This has been We Need Wrestling at We Need Wrestling on social media, WeNeedWrestling.com, WeNeedWrestling@gmail.com to email the show. And we're proud members of the Soon to Be Named Network at STBN Network on Twitter.
So hard not to do the plugs.
SoonToBeNamedNetwork.com, SoonToBeNamedNetwork.tumblr.com. Brett got the one in. That's all I need. You know the shows. Go look. Check them out. Joe can do it. I can do it.
Sure.
Go check out all the other shows. At Odds with Wrestling. Like they need our help. Our other show, Wings on Wings. Final Wrestling Place. Hayabusa apparently having a second episode. Eventually. Long Box Heroes After Dark, brother. But yeah, check all that out. Joe's going to be guesting on some other shows coming up, he said. So listen to all that shit. And I guess we'll be back next week with more wrestling talk, right?
Yes, sir.
So say goodnight, Gracie.
What? What's that a fucking ending of? What is it? Gracie Law or some shit?
You're listening to the soon-to-be-named network, the Lamborghini of podcast networks.
Knock it off, nerds!